G'day everybody and welcome back. You saw a nice couple of interviews over the break there, something we're trying out and fiddling with the format for. But we are back for round 2 at the Team Australia Fundraiser number 2.
Woo!
Let's go. We have Lachlan Callaghan playing the Dark Angels versus Luke Beveridge. Lovely name there.
Did we want to do a sting cut for the video later, before we get in? Yeah.
We should.
Intro sting?
We should. All right.
All right.
We'll be right back. We'll have a nice little intro and we'll cut this up a bit later. No music. The commentary box is still up. Awesome. Let's go.
Yeah.
Back to the ISO.
Yeah, ISO.
That one.
That one.
We've done this before, everyone.
That one.
There we go.
Yeah.
G'day, everybody, and welcome back to Risky Rollers. I'm Dalton.
I'm Carl.
And we are here commentating the Team Australia Fundraiser number 2. This is game 2. We have Lachlan Callaghan on the Dark Angels playing Luke Beveridge on the World Eaters. Both of them scoring perfect hundreds in round 1. Either of them could be on the path to win it today.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yeah, so the World Eaters played into guard.
Yep. It was 100 to 50. A very even score.
Yep.
I enjoyed that score.
Yep.
Very pleasing.
And who did Lockie play into?
Mike Rainbow and the Grey Knights.
The Grey Knights, that's right. Yeah. So had a bit of a chat to Lockie C just before in the break.
If you scroll back like 5 minutes in the stream, you'll see us have a little
yeah,
chat.
You know, one of the things he said was last fundraiser he played Stu on stream, who was playing Grey Knights.
Yeah.
Learned a lot.
Yep.
And was able to implement a lot of the things that he learnt with playing against the Grey Knights at the last event, which contributed to him being able to get that 100.
Yep.
So he's pretty pleased with that.
If you want to check out that game, you can go and watch it now on our not live anymore, but it was live on our channel at the Team Australia Fundraiser number 1 event coverage.
Yeah. So thank you all the patrons and supporters and people. Click the like button, click the subscribe, click the bell.
Do all of the things, like, subscribe, comment, jump into chat if you're watching us live. It's great to talk to you.
Yeah.
And make sure to check out all of our sponsors. A huge thanks to General Games, Dice Arcade, Miniature Scenery, Baron of Dice, and Proxy Wars, all of which are a fantastic bunch of people covering all of your hobby needs, from miniatures to terrain to accessories to everything else you might want from a hobby store.
I like things from hobby stores.
We all like things from hobby stores. It's good fun.
So while they're setting up, we'll do lists quick.
Let's talk through lists.
Yeah, sick. All right. World Eaters. So this is Luke's World Eaters. 4 characters. We've got Angron, we've got Khan, we've got Lord Avocado Invocado, and we have a World Eaters Master of Execution with the Glaive. So the Glaive Executioner, which is pretty standard. That's pretty standard 4 characters for World Eaters.
Don't mind the jump cut there, just adjusting some lighting.
We've got Jackals. We've got a 10-man Berserkers. We've got a 5-man Berserkers. 2 Rhinos. 1 unit of 8-bound. 2 unit of Exalted 8-bound. And a unit of 2 Spawn.
Yep. I mean, look, that all sounds fairly par for the course. 1 Rhino, 2?
2 Rhinos.
2 Rhinos. Nice. I like it. Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to play not dissimilarly to Custodes. It's going to be hyper aggressive. It's going to be using all the combat tricks. It's going to be trying to generate as much board control as possible.
Yep.
Those Rhinos will play like Sagittars for Leagues of Votan.
Yep.
Possibly the best transport in the game, I think.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, so you'll be running those around, using them to move block, using them to stage and like leap forward with. Yeah.
The Devilfish fight you for it.
Yeah,
but
does Devilfish have a scout move? Only if you have Pathfinders in it.
Only if you have Pathfinders in it. They have better shooting. But
do they?
No, well,
I don't think they do.
Depends.
They have 1 or 2 shots for the Seekers, right?
Yeah. The
Sagittars have consistently.
OC3 Sagittars catch everybody out.
Yep. With scout move, and like they're T10 9 wounds. Like it's just the right break point.
I love how Dalton managed to segue into talking about Votan.
Oh look, I was going to make it 1 mention and move on, and then
I know I played into it.
Yeah.
I got hooked, chat. All right.
I baited it. You were there.
Baited. Lachlan Callaghan.
Yep.
He's playing Ironstorm Dark Angels. which is a combination you see a little bit of, but not in this particular list format. So, Azrael, librarian in Phobos armor. We've got a lieutenant with combi weapons. We've got 2 tech marines, one with the lethal hits aura, and one with the blank a damage, blank a fail save aura. So, that's pretty standard. The Iron Storm, except for obviously Azrael's the Dark Angel's character.
Yep.
2x5 assault intercessors. We've got a unit of 5 assault intercessors with jump hack. We've got a company of heroes unit.
Yep.
So that's the tech with the Azrael is to combine that unit, because Azrael has a surprising amount of output in terms of shooting and melee. His melee weapon's pretty good. And the company of heroes it's a common pick for people that are looking to want a babysitting unit for a good character.
Yeah.
Like you see it in Salamanders too, where you get Agrax, Ajax,
Agatone.
Yeah. You get Agatone and you put him with company heroes, and he gets a bunch of extra wounds and neg 1 to wound and permanently and all this kind of fun stuff. So
Yeah.
All right, and then we get into the tanks. Tanks.
Big old parking lot.
So we've got 2 Reapers. We've got a Redeemer. We've got a Dark Shroud. And 2 Executioners. So
The Dark Shroud's an interesting pick.
yeah, the Dark Shroud gives the tanks an aura, stealth, and cover.
That's wild.
Yep.
Not gonna be too relevant here into World Eaters. Does stealth
No.
operate in combat?
No. So what it does, it will give him another unit to fly around and score with, and
That's basically it. Yeah.
yeah, which is, and the guns on it aren't anything to
It's the double plasma. Yeah.
It is no heavy bolt. I'm not sure. The weapon choice is heavy bolter, but I'll have to look it up.
Because they've got it's the Dark Angel's specific land speeder.
Yes.
And they've got 2 variants. I don't remember which one's which. I had in my head one of them was a bomber. No, that's the Nephilim. It's the fighter.
Yep.
So this could be it could be either the double plasma or the aura.
Yep.
Of neg 1.
The last unit is the Infiltrators, going with that library, and just there is so much 3-inch deep strike at the moment that when you're playing singles in your Space Marines, it's just the Librarian to give the unit loan up, and then the Infiltrators then deny 12-inch bubble. It is really important for the demons, the Grey Knights, the Hypercrypt Necrons, other Space Marines that have Inceptors.
Yeah.
There's just, it's one of those questions that you have to ask when you walk up to a table these days is, do you have any 3-inch deep strike?
Yeah. Well, a lot of armies do now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's our list. I can't see the Dark Angels one because I don't own the Codex, chat. But I'll look up the site in Russia in a second. All right. Well,
let's take a look at the table setup.
Yeah. So top down.
Oh, that's us. Double us. Way out of
Double
focus
us.
too.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of that. There we go.
All right.
Okay. So looks like we've got chosen battlefield as the twist for the mission. They've all had to place objectives. You can see the WTC terrain layout there.
Yeah, it looks like Crucible.
Crucible, yep.
And well, they might not have started deploying yet, but yeah. So short corners and chosen battlefield. Interestingly enough, it looks like Luke got the side of the board with all of the objectives. It's one of the downfalls of Chosen sometimes.
So the mission's taken hold, chosen battlefield, and it's got the sweeping engagement deployment. So it's the shorter angles.
Yep, shorter angles.
Yeah, so actually, it means Luke's... Now, this is actually quite interesting, because Luke almost wants his opponent to start with the objectives, because he wants to run at him. This is... my hot take on this is actually better for Lockie.
Yeah, I reckon.
Because he gets to pick and choose. Luke has to be on those objectives.
Yep.
He can only sticky them when the units die.
Yep.
He can't just stick him and leave.
Yep.
So he has to stay on them, which means that Lockie can pen him in and just pick off units that he needs to one at a time, as long as he can sort of probably contest. Taken holds only, 1, 2 and more?
Taken hold is 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, okay, yeah. So with any, he should be able to contest probably the middle one and then one of the 2 side ones pretty regularly and just push the world leaders off them consistently without having to really engage. And the world leaders aren't going to be super rewarded by aggressively running across the field and tying a couple of tanks because there's no objectives over there.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Well,
so just... And this is a good map layout for world leaders. Really, the corridors are pretty tight. The shooting lanes are very constricted. There's lots of places to hide. There's lots of places to run up behind.
yeah.
There's not very many places in the middle. There's only 1, 3. So all the 3-story terrain pieces are on the outside. There's no 3-story terrain pieces on the inside.
Not right in the middle. There's 2 at the top and bottom of the center of the battlefield.
Yeah. So around the
Yeah.
Angron's going to have to come from one of those.
Yeah.
You can't. There's nothing really to hide in the middle.
Yep.
So as soon as he pops out, Lockie's going to have a chance to shoot him.
Yeah.
So I think it really, first turn is going to matter a lot.
Which way do you reckon it goes? Who wants it? So I'd bet the world leaders want to go second. Take an entire turn of Lockie's firepower away by just having nothing to shoot for a turn.
Yeah.
Because if he goes first, he almost has to push forward. He's not rewarded for staying still.
Yeah, true. They're just, adjusting one of the objectives to be outside of the deployment zone.
Yeah. So you can see him marking out the deployment zone there as well. While they're doing that, were there any interesting results coming out of round 1?
Good question.
So
that was a question on notice as I'm trying to look up Dark Shrouds.
Oh, fair enough. I thought you had BCP up there.
No. No, I've got...
Yeah, so round 1, of note, our very own Edward played into Nick Burrows, also playing Imperial Guard. So Lawrence and Ed both played into Imperial Guard round 1, Ed playing Tau, and he beat them, and so now he's playing Adam Camilleri, who we saw round 1 on stream. So another Imperial Guard matchup.
Yeah,
so that's fun.
He had the guard list that he played before that.
Yep.
Was a much more rank and file.
It was very
stylist.
very tank heavy, but it wasn't the indirect. It wasn't the slow down stuff, which isn't as big of a deal for Tau anyway. So it'd be interesting that this is using the old Tau Codex, of course, because the new one's not quite out yet with an FAQ or update. Yeah,
and you saw chat Adam's list from last game. It's a cookie cutter list.
Yeah,
as we would kind of. It's representative of what you would expect a guard list, meta guard list to look like right now.
Yeah.
So the Dark Shroud is assault cannons and heavy bolter.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's the other one.
It's the other one. Yep.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, it's only 115 points.
Yeah.
It moves 14. It has a 5-up invul, so you can, 10 wounds, T8. So you can throw it at an objective and it'll stick for a little while.
Yeah.
It's obviously not going to benefit as much. You know, throw it towards the cultist, the jackal unit.
Yep.
It'll pick up jackals.
Yeah.
So,
Can jackals sticky objectives, or is it just the berserkers themselves?
I don't know.
I think it's jackals as well. I think it's just any world eater's unit is the stratagem. But yeah, you can see him deploying here as well. This is an interesting matchup because Lockie doesn't have to worry about line of sight as far as his opponent goes. He doesn't have to hide anything because there's nothing that can shoot him. What matters more is range.
Shock horror, world eaters do not have guns.
Yeah. What matters more is range, charge distances, and then making sure that he can get line of sight to what he needs to. So I suspect he'll be attempting a very reactive deployment, especially with his softer infantry units. He doesn't want them getting hit early.
Yep. So Votan beat Space Wolves.
Yep. Mark McCleish and
Yep,
Terrence
and
Drew.
Terrence.
Yep. That checks out. That's
Yep.
fairly standard.
Luke beat Guard to get to this table.
Yep. So Luke beat another guard list. So his world leaders going 150 into Ben Kubra's Astra Militarum.
Drukhari, the Drukhari list. So chat was hot on the Drukhari. They were excited to see it.
Yep.
Scored 100.
Rightly so.
Yep. I had a chat with the player actually mid-rounds, and it was a turn 3 table.
Yep. His opponent
So
scored
it was-
20 points in total.
So it was nasty.
Yeah.
And that was into Ultramarines.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all the Bright Lancers and you
Yeah.
know, they don't kill. The strength of the Dark Angel weaponry isn't still high. They got a lot of buffs coming out of those transports, but
Yeah.
they're still not tank killers. The
Yeah.
Ultramarines list doesn't take any tanks.
No. It's
Right?
just infantry.
It's got
everywhere.
uppy downy units and,
Yeah.
and board play. So it's actually a pretty good matchup, I think, for the Dark Elder, for the Drukhari.
Yeah.
We talked about Ed and the
Nick.
Ed and Nick, and the other one was Black Templars into Necrons.
Yeah, Dylan Cowan
Yep.
and Adam Sinoradsky.
Yep.
So BT coming out with 74 to 50 win over the Necrons. Worth noting as well, Dylan has dropped from the event after this. Not sure why, but despite winning round 1, he has had to unfortunately be called away.
Yep.
So it will, even though we've got the win there, it will adjust the way pairings and placings sit for the rest of the event.
Yep.
Yep. But yes, that was round 1. Round 2, there's some interesting games. I mentioned earlier, obviously Ed playing Adam Camilleri, one to watch. Lawrence playing Nick Burrows, the opponent that Ed just played. So they've both just played each other's opponents. And then we've got Leagues of Votan playing into the Dark Eldar list. And then we have Space Wolves playing Guard and Necrons playing Grey Knights.
Oh, the Necrons great. So that's Hypercrypt versus Grey Knights.
That's going to be interesting. I'm keen to see how that runs out. I think I'll probably pip the Necrons to win that one. But Grey Knights do have play into them. They can run around if they can clear Wraith units, if they can do that damage.
There's not a lot of big armor that the Grey Knights need to get rid of in that list.
Yeah. Is there Monolith?
Yeah, Monolith. It's a Monolith.
Which
I think it's got a
It's
Doomsday
functionally
Arc.
untouchable, right? For Grey Knights?
Pretty much. Because you're always going to have the CP to pay for the invol on the Monolith.
Yep.
So, but having said that, you force it because all the bolters, are going to be neg 1, neg 2. The Psy Cannons are neg 2. So the shooting actually has some good targets in those Immortals.
Yeah.
And they're going to be 1-for-1 for positioning. So
Yeah.
you're going to be a little bit of like who sneezes first.
Yeah.
Then once one person cracks the board state, then they'll have the movement to then react to whoever has to react first, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, they're getting close to being finished deployment.
So
We
let's
might,
see how
put them
they're
on
doing.
and see how they're going.
Yep.
Yes, I think I will.
Right there.
Yes.
Cool. I'll put the second tech marine that zeros damage right there. Yep, no worries.
Sweet. I've got one rhino left.
Yep.
It's going to go... You don't have any tanks. You've put down all your tanks, haven't
Yep.
you? I'm just checking to see... What's the movement on this guy over
10, 12.
10 and 12, so he goes 10. Can he see... If he goes 10, would he be able to shoot all the way down there? If he goes 10, can he see down there or no?
Him,
yeah.
I'll be able to see here that way.
Alright. So I think this rhino then would be unshootable, yeah?
Yep.
If he's here?
Yes, correct.
Yes?
Yep.
Alright, cool.
That's it.
That's everything of mine.
Cool. I will put the infiltrators. Jeez, yeah.
Just one unit of infiltrators?
Yep.
Alright.
No whackers. All right. That's pretty much me. Everything else is in transports and stuff.
Yep, sweet. Same.
All right.
Alright, cards. Do you want cards or do you have your own?
I'm just using the app.
Alright. Yeah, that'll do.
All right, roll to go first. I get a 1. You're going first.
Unless I also
You roll a 1. I roll a 2. All right, I'm going first.
Warriors really don't want to go first. Do you have any scout moves?
Nah.
Alright, I do. Everyone's going to go and hide like the cowards they are.
My secondaries are no prisoners and investigate signals.
So I'm just going to pick up Angron so I can put my guys in there easier. I'll put him back to where he is. I just can't get over the wings right now.
Yep.
That's all right.
So not bad first turn primaries. I'm not sure that Lucky really has anything that is in range to do investigate. But he might be able to get a couple of no prisoners. And Lucky did win the first turn roll.
Just fiddle around, make some room. There we go. Everyone fits. You're there. Angron slots back in there and knocks everyone over because of how massive his base is and how much overhang he has. Alright, sweet. They've all scooted in here. These guys scoot back into here.
Yep.
There's no line down there. There's no line.
Hey Ryan,
These guys
yes
are
it
gonna
was
go
Kyle
scoot.
running with Jakari.
I'll be able to see him
You
there.
haven't seen him there? How about here?
No.
Alright, sweet. He'll just chill there then.
Yep.
Alright.
That's it.
Jakari
These guys
has
don't
got
scout. These guys don't scout.
Leagues of Rotan round
Yep.
2.
So Tech Marine's going to buff this Reaper, and this the Tech Marine is going to buff him.
What were your secondaries again, sorry?
Sorry?
What were your secondaries again?
No prisoners and investigate signals. I'll bring this Reaper to here. So if you want to go there, you're fine. This tank is going to come back and investigate signals.
Yep. Biggest tanks doing investigate signals, love it.
Yep. These guys will advance.
They're going
The
places.
infiltrators. So
Oh, I need to do my blood god rolls. Hang on. 2, 4, 6, 8. What do I get? we have an advance and charge.
Yep.
And we have... There's no real shooting that will be happening this turn. So I'll go +2 move. I'll bring out my little widget.
Sweet.
Yeah, Luke's got a really nice blue skinned welded armour, which is quite interesting. He's a bit of a Nightlords fan, so in homage to that,
this Dark Shroud,
but
he's going to
nice
advance.
Blue
So it's moving 18.
scheme world leaders list, which is interesting to see. You don't see that very often.
This Reaper's just going to go like that.
And no real indirect, right? It's all direct line of sight.
Yeah, nah, no real indirect.
Sweet.
This guy's going to move right there. Tech Marine, Tech Marine. You're going to move there. Angron can move 12.
He moves 14 normally.
14.
He'll be going 16 inches because I got the +2 move.
So 12 there, so he can't get past there, so he's stuck there.
Yep.
He comes out. So 9 might not be able to get past, might be able to get past, won't be able to get past there, like that. Your Rhino can come 10.
12, I believe. I'll quickly check for you.
You can't get out and charge after, can you?
I can't move, get out, and charge. I can just get out and charge.
So you move 3.
Move 3 and then 8 because I've got +2 move this round, and then I do have a 6-inch advance.
So.
Yeah, so interesting
Let's
attempts
check
here
these runners
from
for you. I'm pretty sure they're 12. Yeah, runners move
Like
12. They'll be
to
moving
map
14
out,
at the moment. That's my
where
+2 move.
his screening is, so he's kind of using his infiltrators and his dark
Cool,
shroud
I'll
to
just
screen
do that then.
from where Angron can charge through. So he's just moving out. He's not going to be able to screen.
Land
all of it.
Raider.
That Rhino is going to be able to come around
there.
the corner. of
All right,
that
I think
bottom
that's going to be
green
pretty
piece,
much be my turn.
and
Yep.
allow the
For
Berserkers to
investigate, I'll
charge
just
through
get
it,
2.
But,
Yep.
he's going to keep Angron in a bit of a
And
space
Just one
return,
corner,
which
right?
is
So do
good.
victory points.
yep, just 2. And then I'll just pass it over to you.
Are you tossing anything?
Nah,
Alright. Sweet.
I go to 3 for the Azrael.
Oh, because Azrael, yes. 2. Alright. My turn. What do I get? I get area denial and investigate signals.
Nice.
Alright. We are going to... How far does spawn going? Spawn are going to advance. 2. So they're going a hefty 14, I think. And they're going 12. So how much do I need to clear this? Six to get there. And then I have... Alright.
So, yeah, Luke got
We're going to roll an advance for
Investigates 2,
the
which
Lord of
you
Mikadis.
can choose to do.
Yep.
Azrael
2,
gives you an
he's gonna
SCP,
go
so it's not really incentive for
16.
locking
I
up to
believe.
score,
I think he's got a native
investigate,
12-inch
and
movement.
get rid of prisoners. And then the area denial,
Yep, so he's got native 12,
Agron
so he's going
flies
to go
around
+2, 14, so he's going to go 16.
the area denial could be a bit of a bait. If
There an Angron?
Angron goes out to kill those
He's going to go
infiltrators,
6 to the back of his base here.
but it looks like he might be sending Avocado
He's got
to
10
do that
inches
job
left.
instead.
So, how many wounds does the Dark Shroud have?
10.
10. And toughness?
8.
8. Alright.
Whoa. Toughness 8, 10 wounds.
Toughness 8.
Other way down.
This rhino's going to just scoot up into this corner.
Yep.
Can't be seen. So we got back there. So this is just an anti-infantry gun tank, right?
Oh, the crate.
Oh, there's a crate there. Oh,
You have to put the crate
let's
back.
go over here. How did you want to change how these guys moved? Then, because you got him and you got him on the other side.
Yeah, I forgot you. I'll just string it out right behind instead.
Yeah. All right. He was here, and he had. Let me move him back. It was like so, and then he had 10 inches left. So he'll just go over here instead. Yeah. All right. Cool. Rhino. So, anti-infantry gun, right? Over there with that rhino, with that.
Yep.
Is that a gladiator or a lancer or
Reaper.
Reaper executioner. Strength on the guns?
6.
6 AP.
0 sustained hits, 2 twin linked dev wounds.
Okay. 2 dev wounds. Any other guns?
On this,
Yeah.
I can get rapid fire on it, so it'll be 16 shots AP 1.
16
and
shots AP 1. Yep.
and then there's a grenade launcher as well.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how likely it is to take out a rhino or not.
It'll probably kill her on it.
Probably kill a rhino. All right. I just want to push up. I don't need to push up all that much. I need to give you line of sights here. I can shoot you and to take you out.
How's your afternoon, chat? Did you have a good lunch? I had a
These guys are going to jump. These guys are
Deli
going to. The
sandwich
3-man
with
exalted
Royce.
band is going to jump out. They're moving 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 inches. They're not going to go that far. They're just going to go. Here.
Yep.
Just an inch away from your wing.
Yep.
Who does everybody think's going to win this one? You got a prediction, Dalton?
It's an interesting one. I mentioned earlier that I think the deployment and where objectives are, as strangely as it looks, I think actually favour the Dark Angels. They very much hinder what the World Eaters want to be doing. That said, like this matchup specifically, I probably favour the World Eaters on paper. Their ability to come forward and engage sort of shuts down a lot of the power that the Dark Angels is supposed to bring. As soon as you start tying up vehicles, it becomes a real problem.
Yeah, the challenge is, I think, if I'm lucky, if I'm playing as the Ironstorm, Luke's throwing out a lot of units to deal with this chaff in the middle.
Yeah.
He probably didn't need to send all of it. He probably only needed to clear the infiltrators.
Yeah.
He could ignore the Dark Shroud for a little while.
I don't know, the Dark Shroud's a big threat for his Jackals, which are one of the few chaff units he actually has.
Yeah, I mean, with Angron where he is, Angron's not going to come out this turn.
No.
So I think that once the 8-bound expose himself by going through the ruins and charging the infiltrators, they then become a shooting target. which is kind of what you want,
Yeah.
right? And it was interesting when we were talking earlier when lists, Lockie's used the Dark Shroud as a screen
Yeah.
with the infiltrators, knowing that there's no more short deep strikes or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
So he's using them as his screening units to slow down the world leaders being able to just like advance, charge up the board.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's doing the right thing with them. Because the infiltrators as well, they eat naturally sticky objectives, yeah?
No,
Not anymore? No. Ah, okay.
that's normal intercessors.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah.
So jackals do,
Jackals do, yep.
but
So that's why they're a problem in this matchup, in this setup. Yeah. Yeah.
and so Lockie does have a deep striking unit, so Luke does need to screen.
Yep.
Push Angron back a moment so I can get around his wings. I did leave enough space here for their bases to fit in.
What's he got in the rhinos at the moment? Berserkers?
Yep, berserkers.
Yeah, that bottom right rhino is very threatening. He can charge that gladiator next turn.
Rhino for now.
Yes.
Just going to go pivot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one has the executioner in it. I think it's probably the big one. The 10-man?
90s around there. 90s
That would make sense, yeah.
It's going to be pretty hard for me to get anything in my backfield. All right, cool. On the charges. We're going to go with the Exalted 8-bound into your Dark Shroud.
Yep.
7. So you're going to go like so. I think they have to make it in base to base if they can, which they can.
Yep.
So he's going to go and push himself in there, and this guy has to go over here.
Yep.
Whatever. Were you intending to be an inch away from the wall with this guy, or were you want to be pushed right up against it?
Oh, yeah, well, it was, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I was just checking, because otherwise these guys could just get him
Yeah,
through the
yeah,
wall. Invo is going to
Invo.
is going to go into them. 4, he'll make it.
Nice.
A thrilling shooting phase there for the world leaders.
There he goes.
And then the other 8-bound, are you sending them or not?
They're chilling. These guys are relaxing.
You've got to be careful sometimes because those rhinos do have
These guys are going in there. You're happy where you are.
missile racks. Do
Havoc launchers, yeah.
Havoc launchers.
They're not indirect though.
No,
It's really strange. The exact same weapon on the Night Titan armages for the Chaos Knights.
Yep.
Are indirect,
And
but not on the rhinos.
Investigate Seagulls.
in World Eaters. I think they're indirect in.
No, they're not.
I like command points.
Not indirect in any of the other supplements.
Just the Chaos Knights.
Right. Okay.
What's his AP?
Interesting.
AP is -2 and -1.
So there's a little bit. If you've got a unit
I've
that's
got 3
like
command points,
got a
Armor
couple
of
of wounds
Contempt.
left or something, like you can't forget that there's nothing, right?
Yeah.
And like there's a few plasma pistols floating around and that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's generally you're not going to be rolling like jackal bolters unless it's
Absolutely necessary. Yeah.
sluggers or whatever they are.
Carl, can you guys hear me on stream? So I'll talk to this, for it's good for stream. I'm going to respond with the Land Raider to come up. Azrael's going to get out, and I'm going to hopefully kill all 3 Exalted 8-bound next turn. So
I'm going to spend a strat to give the Lord Invocatus
Good little insight into
I'm giving that.
Yep.
spending
What
a strat to
Lockie's
give
looking at the
Invocatus
moment.
+1 to wound against a character
Yeah.
unit.
yep.
So he's got 8 attacks in the charge.
It's interesting,
4, 6,
you know,
8.
8
what
attacks,
Lockie was talking
hitting on
about.
2s.
On 2s.
It's almost the bait into the bait into the bait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wounding on 2s
I think
because of the
there's
+1 to wound
definitely
against the death.
Yep.
an
This is
opportunity
the
to put that
AP2s.
Land Raider,
Yep.
the Redeemer up the middle, get the Flamers ready so that you can Overwatch, right?
Yeah.
Because the Redeemer Flamers
5
are
saves and now
massive,
-1.
So
but
for us,
that's also what Luke kind of wants as a juicy target in the middle to get
Yeah.
his
Yeah, but they
units
got a 2 AP.
leapfrogging
Yeah, so
So
up the
first
board.
one,
I
yep.
almost
next,
would wouldn't be
So
too
one dice.
aggressive
Yep.
with the Land Raider
third one.
because you want a couple of turns of that shooting. You know, we said
It's
earlier.
too big of a
He's
charge
on
target.
one.
You can do too many things with it.
Yeah, we said if Lockie
three
goes
die. Two, no,
first and he loses a turn of shooting, that's bad, right?
Yeah.
So you want to give yourself an extra turn of shooting
Yeah.
to kind of start trading up with some of those tanks because they'll get there eventually. It just depends on how much actually gets there to charge
Yeah.
them.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
3 at -1, but now AP now. So 2
damage.
damage again. Kills another guy.
Cool.
Goes 4.
Cool. So I'll swing back.
Yep.
So I'll pile in. I'll start with the Libby's Force Sword.
Yep.
What's everyone's predictions
all
down
hit,
in chat?
strength
Let's
six.
let's get some
Force.
theories going as to what's going to happen.
Do detachment reroll. 2 at AP1.
2 at AP1. 2 3-ups. Makes both.
Cool. Infiltrator. All hit.
5s.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. AP.
None.
2s. Makes both.
Boot. All right.
Alright, I don't think I score area denial
Yep.
because you're still there.
Yep.
But no enemy units. Yep. I'm going to toss investigate.
Yep.
So I'll go up a command point and then I'll go up another one. On your turn. Did you toss prisoners or you didn't?
No, I'll keep prisoners.
Prisoners, right.
And then I'm holding just one.
Yep, just holding the 1.
Oh, you want to fight with your Dark Shroud?
Oh yes, true. God, that is important. I can't see them over the ruins. Regular 8 bound. We will start with the boss, who has 6 attacks on the charge.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s. All hit. Wounding on 3s, but twin linked. So re-rolling. Good thing I have a reroll, because that would have sucked. 5 at -3. 2 damage apiece.
2 damage. Cool. He's down to 4 left.
And 4 left, and then we have the rest. 6, 8 attacks. What's his save normally?
3.
3, yeah, 3 down to 6, yep. Wait, how many saves did I give you? Did you pass any of them?
Yeah, I failed 3. 2 damage each.
Yeah, 3. You're on a 3+ save, right? 3.
He's got
5,
he's got a
6.
5 up in bun.
Oh, okay, yes. 3s. And 3s, no twin linked. Oh, God. 3 more. Again, AP -3. Alright, gets him.
Cool.
2 damage apiece.
Yeah,
They
sweet.
explode. No.
All right, cool. All right, that's your turn.
That's my turn.
Cool.
On to round 2.
So I get no prisoners and assassinate.
Yep. You should
It's
be able
good.
to get those. I'm going to do my blood for the blood god.
Yep.
2, 4, 6, 8. There's advance and charge and feel no pain.
Cool. Battle shock on the Librarian and Infiltrators. They are battle shock.
They're battle shock. They're spooked.
This Tech Marine is going to buff the Land Raider. Next Tech Marine is going to buff the painted Repulsor Executioner.
Just going to give Kyle his food.
Yep, and then I'm going to oath.
Kyle, food.
How many wounds does Invo have? 6?
8, I believe.
8?
Yep.
2 up, 4 up?
2
Yeah,
up, 4
I'm
up.
really
And a
rough for
6
the
up
first few
now.
turns.
Feel that pain.
Yep, no worries. All right,
gonna take a
I'll
little
fall
bit of
back the Infiltrators and Libby.
Time
So no
to-
die?
for the shooting army to kind of clear enough space to be able to come out patrol.
This dude is gonna just go here. And then the Land Raider. Gonna go right there.
Yep.
Looking to make use of the assault transport rule here, the assault ramps.
The repulse to execute is going to see there.
Yep.
Their oaths.
Which one's our oath? Yep.
So I need 4 to get
While,
past.
While
So it'll be
Lockie's looking
6
at
to there.
doing his movement there, and everything's moving around, which we can see up on screen, I'm going to pop up our commentary box again. So,
Tech Marine.
hey guys. So, as I've mentioned a couple of times, here we are coming to you live from the Gaming Arena, which is an event space up in Coburg. And today is technically their grand opening, hence why we've got 3 tournaments for miniatures and a Styles Unlimited card game tournament going on. And to celebrate that, they've actually given us a little giveaway for us to use on someone here. So it's a little Warmaster scale, so you guys can see that up there. A Warmaster scale Chaos Lord on Chaos Dragon for anyone who plays 8mm scale Warhammer Fantasy. 3D printed by Adria Labs down in Geelong, a local company that makes some fantastic quality prints and sculpts. So we thought it'd be fun. Let's have chat decide. You guys decide your favourite contestant on stream today. So far we've had Lawrence Gutierrez and Adam Camilleri, and now we have Lachlan Callaghan and Luke Beveridge, and then last round we'll have 2 more. You guys decide your favourite one. We'll put a poll up during the last round. And whoever wins that poll will be giving away a nice little mini. It's a sweet painting project if they don't play it. And if they do play it, great.
Woo, minis.
Cool.
Free minis.
So have a think about that. We'll make sure to put that up during round 3. Let's see.
Definitely not a favoritism contest.
Yeah. Oh, it absolutely is. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, I'll start with the shooting.
Yep.
I'll start with the Tempest bolters into them.
Yep.
You're in rapid fire. 4.
Are you bringing in your assault intercessors or no?
Oh yes, there's one thing I'm going to bring. My jump pack assault intercessors are going to come here. They're going to come here. They should be pretty safe.
Yep.
And if I get engaged or something like that, I'll be able to respond to that. Okay, so the Tempest bolters.
Yep.
Need one more. So this will be 3s. Your toughness?
I'm looking that up at the moment. I think it's 6. 5.
And then looking for 5s. 2 at AP1.
2 at AP1. 2 5-ups. Plus fail both damage.
1 damage each.
4 up, feel no pain. Fail both.
D3 on the grenade launcher for 2. Both hits. Strength 8 on a 3. Old detachment, re-roll that. No. So 1 at AP1. 2 damage.
1 5-up. Makes it.
Sweet. 2, 3, 4. This is the Gatling.
Icarus rocket pod.
This will be 3s. 6s are sustained 2.
It's interesting that he's
2
also
go in.
getting out.
Yep.
This will be
Azrael's
4s
unit.
twin links. 6s a dev.
Yep. One dev.
Yeah. Again, it's an assault transport, so I think it's probably looking to run down there. Are they berserkers or jackals hidden in that little
So
corner behind the
4.
crates?
7 at
8
your
bound, I think.
save, and then 2 dev.
Oh, of course, yeah. I think he's hoping to charge down there and clear those out.
7 at your save, and then 2 dev.
It's a rough ask. Not sure whether that unit.
Well, they're right up against the edge of the wall. They don't actually need to get very. They've got a 2-inch
Sorry?
engagement
1 damage
range,
each.
How many total then?
And
Yeah, if
then
you
the
call the
dev wounds.
WTC roll.
which we are.
Yeah, and then it'll be the dev wounds on top of that.
Failed 4, and how many dev wounds were there?
There was 2.
2? Right. So
I don't
6.
know
I'll
whether
do 2
that
at a
unit
time.
kills them
Well, it
just
doesn't
in
matter,
combat
actually.
though.
Lockie seemed pretty confident they would.
1, 2, 3.
So
Kill.
well, whether or not it works or not, I
Kill
think
a
that's what
guy,
the
and then
goal
he
here
goes down to
is.
3.
Cool.
I think he's hoping to shoot both the Lord
he'll need a
Invocatus
battle shock.
and the
He won't because he's not below. He's not
3
below
bound
half
sitting
as
on
a
the open
no-man
there.
unit. And so below half would be a no-man unit.
No, you're below half now because you're 2 squad down to 1 and you're under half. And
I
then
think that's how it works. Because I think two-man units can't ever be below
okay,
half.
yeah, all right, that's fine. Everything from the Land Raider will go into Invocatus.
Yep.
So this will be 2s because it's buffed, and then
The assault cannon?
yep, and this will be 4s.
Luke's got some fans in
twin
chat.
linked.
Yeah.
So it's just 4 dev wounds and 2
Magoose,
saves.
we'll keep an eye on him.
Damage on this
But,
one.
1 each. Yep.
So AP?
None.
AP none, 2s, plus both, and then the Feel No Pain 6s. For them all is down to 4.
The multi-melter, both hit. Both wound. AP 4, so on your 4-up invuln.
4 up invuln. Plus 1 fail 1, for your damage.
You are in melter, so it's D6 plus 2.
5.
Yep.
He might not die if he rolls 2 6s here. He dies.
all right,
Cool.
there we go.
That'll get me assassinate.
One down. And 5 points of assassination. Fair enough there, Magoose. I'm just being slack on bringing the players down. We're going to try and balance those levels when we're not talking, so you can hear them nice and clearly.
I will do everything from the repulsor execution. It's going to go into the Oath 8 bound.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Cool.
So the big gun, your Oath, both hit, wounding on a 2. 2 at your 5-up invuln.
2 further invulns. Plus 1 fail 1.
The first one does 9 damage.
I shouldn't bother, but I'm going to. Oh, Feel No Pain. It's not bad, but still kills him.
The onslaught
9 damage to the face will do that. I don't think it really matters how many Feel No Pains you're rolling.
and strength 6, your
That's,
T5.
I
T6, I
think
believe.
we
T6.
got better
So
chance
this
of winning
is,
the lotto than
fours.
saving that one with 6-ups.
So 2 dev
If you
and
roll-
then 1.
Enough 6-ups to save
normal
that. You should leave now and go buy said ticket.
Yeah. Good idea.
And heavy welter. Your oaths. And then that's 2 sustained. And strength 5 T6, so 5's twin links.
Twin linked.
4 at AP 1.
That was a good roll.
4 at AP 1.
Don't think you'll get cover now because I can see all of you.
Which one's shooting?
This one. Yeah. So 4 at AP 1.
4 4-ups. Lost them all.
So. And then this is a twin links Icarus. And looking for 5's twin links.
Got twin linked.
3 more at your 3-up save.
3 3s. Fail 2. 5 up. He dies.
The next stubber that's not twin linked, but your oath.
So while they're
Tell you what, look at that roll. Wish I had some.
Lucky's just... he starts talking to us as I started talking. That was
Yeah,
perfect timing.
naturally. I fade him down and off he goes.
Yeah, he was talking about that he wished he'd played the strat to give him extra sustain to kill that unit. Now he's got one kind of 8-bound
Just kicking
It's
around.
also 8-bound kicking around, which is going to be problematic. But I finally got around to getting myself an in-car.
Yeah, it's good.
An in-car box. So it's my next little paint project.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. So I'm excited about doing that.
Yeah.
It's probably more productive things I should do, like finish all my meta units from my Blood Angels and stuff. I think I still got like 10 unpainted Death Company with like Power Fists and Inferno Pistols and stuff.
All the good stuff.
All the good stuff, you know. But
Yeah.
you got to do what motivates you, right?
I've been busy painting a lot of stuff for the old world. Painting a lot of Chaos Warriors.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think you liked Old World.
What are you talking about? It's fantastic. Having a great time with it.
Yeah, that seems to be
There we go. The charge. Noting here as well, Azrael going in with the company heroes and the charge there.
Yep.
This will be interesting, actually. I want to see how this plays out, because you're right, like 8-bound are way tougher than you think they are.
I'll stop faffing around. We'll turn our mics off and then we'll turn them up and we can hear how it goes.
Close, but no.
I'll save it. I'll get it. And then that's that'll be that.
Yep.
I'll Mercy's weakness over there for sustained.
Okay, cool.
And I'll start fighting over there.
All right, I'm going to give you -1 damage. In combat.
-1 damage me.
Yep. So 2 command points for that.
Sustained.
Yep.
And then your T6. So this will be 4 6s a dev. Detachment reroll 1. So 3 at your 5 up invuln.
3 5 invulns. +1. 1 damage each, right?
Yeah, 2 to 1.
So 5s. Take a guy down to a wound.
Cool. And then the champion. Missed twice. Looking for 4s. 2 more at AP2.
2 more at 5 ups. Fail both. Damage.
2 each.
Down to 1 each, or is it usually 3?
No, 2 down to 1.
2 down to 1, so 5s. Plus or fail on your killer guy.
Then the last guys. With the sustained. And looking for 5s. 4 more at your 3 up save.
4 3s. Fail 3. 5 up for no pain. You kill a guy with that.
Sweet. So 2 dead.
Yes.
And then
This combat.
the Reaper. 3 attacks, hitting on a 4. All hit. Strength 6.
So 3s.
All wound.
4s. Fail 1 into 4s. Takes a wound.
Cool.
Alright, swinging it back. How is fighting through this wall working? I think I'm just doing this, right? And then I can swing into you with everyone alive? Yes. How many wounds on your guys?
4 each, -1 to wound, 4 up in bun.
4 each, -1 to wound. 4 up involved on everyone?
Yep.
Okay, so AP doesn't matter, number of attacks do. Alright. I'm going to spend my last command point to give myself +1 to wound versus character units.
Yep.
Let me count up my number of attacks. Melee weapons. We'll start with the boss with his 8-bound eviscerator, chain fist. Hitting on 3s. Am I within 6 inches of Angron if I get reroll hits?
I don't think you are.
No, I'm not. Am I within 6 inches of the 8-bound from the corner of this? Can you come and tell me if I'm... These guys are supposed to be like right... Ooh, there they are. Let me rescue them. They were like so.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they're in. 6-inch aura of reroll 1s to wound.
To wound?
Yep. Not to hit, so I missed these ones. So not within Angron's aura. And then wounding on 2s, rerolling, got twin links.
-1 to wound. I'll be your +1 to wound.
+1 to wound. So I'm strength 14 at the moment.
Yep.
So 3 wounds at -3.
I'll pass all.
And then we have 1, 2, 3 guys with 8-bound eviscerators, so 15 attacks. 5, 10, 15.
The plan
Hitting
didn't quite work
on-
out to kill all of them, didn't it?
Hitting on 2s.
Yep.
Oh, that's a lot of 1s. I don't like those. And then...
These are 1 damage each.
Sorry?
These are 1.
This is 2 damage each.
Yep.
And then wounding on... you're -1 to wound.
Yep.
So I'm back to my 3 up, but re-rolling 1s. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9 saves.
4 ups. 1 dead, 2 dead, so 2 guys die.
Yep.
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, so-
over here, D6 plus 2 attacks.
Bit of a
5,
stalemate in that middle, as we thought it might be.
1.
The Company Heroes unit is good
10.
because it gives Neg1 to wound to babysit that character.
I'm strength 6. I'm strength
But-
6, so 5s.
Because
Cool.
they've got a couple of guns,
being the
they've got
end
a
of the
couple of
turn.
melee weapons.
I killed one unit, which was
It's really
Invocatus,
relying on the
and then,
output of the
I
character
get
that
5
it's
for assassinate.
Yep, sure did. Alright. My turn.
it's really relying on
I
the
hold 2, 1, 2.
Yep.
output of the character to get the job done, and it just didn't there. So,
I didn't toss area denial, so I just draw 1.
but again, the defenses of the Company Heroes
Area
was
denial
good,
and
so he
cleanse.
hasn't picked up the unit either.
No whackers.
Alright, don't draw a deep strikes anymore, which is nice. He regens D3 health at the start of the phase. 1, back up to 3.
Yep.
I believe it's that much anyway. Yeah, regains D3 lost wounds, so he's back up to 3.
Yep.
Alright, movement. Where are we putting where?
What do you have still? Advance and charge?
Advance and charge and feel no pain.
And you have 1 CP now.
Yep. So those guys. How many wounds does this have?
12.
12. Okay. Alright, let's send them here. I got a lot over here. That's good. Alright. I'll be able to kill Azrael there. That'd be pretty nice. Charge you, or go 9 plus 6, 15 inches there. And then that's like a 5-inch charge. And Overwatch there with that. Overwatch with just the Land Raider there. I think I'd be okay with that. If I don't make, I can roll high. Yeah. This guy's going to advance. Oh, he has Battle Shot first, actually. And he doesn't, but he does. He's fine, he's happy. He's going to advance.
Yep.
3. So he's going 9, 10, 11, 12 inches.
Yep.
Where do I want to put him?
Aerodinol and cleanse. Luke's was. I'll just Overwatch him, mate.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Thinking about where I go. If I do, then go there. Because I know that you will with him. But what's the range of his flames?
12.
So if I just stay outside of 12, I can go and touch him, which will be acceptable, I think. So yeah. You put your finger down on 12 inches there.
Yeah, so there's an interesting position now. I think Luke's got a lot to decide on
Yeah.
how he navigates this kill zone pocket.
It looks like Azrael didn't have the impact that Lockie was hoping for.
Yeah, correct. Only kill 2.
Oh, that is wrong. There's still 4 left and the character.
Yeah, but also didn't do a lot on the backswing either, on the clapback.
Killed 3 of them.
I mean, that's an 8-bound unit.
Yeah, oh,
Like-
true, yeah.
So he lost 3 Space Marines.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, and it was funny because as soon as he finished, Lucky turned around. it was like, yeah, that didn't go to plan. It's like, yeah, no. No, I don't think it...
Yeah. No, it's interesting to see it happen. This is as you mentioned before, on paper it probably goes to World Eaters, but they're in a very interesting position. It's one of the reasons I enjoy Chosen Battlefield as a mission so much, is because it adds so many more variables to the way that the game can go and the way you play it.
Yeah, the interesting thing here is that neither of them have a lot of units, which is kind of interesting, right? So the strong pocket is almost not where you would want the World Eater strong pocket to be.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to be able to respond to the top corner, right? To go and dig that Reaper out.
But vice versa, like the Dark Angels have to come to them, and I think it's very interesting that the World Eaters don't, like, they haven't really got a presence in the top left two objectives there.
Yep.
I suspect Angron might be making his way around that way this turn, but I mean, even then, like, there's nowhere to hide him, and there's no good charges for him to go there either.
Yeah.
I'd almost have expected him to be doing what these Berserkers are doing now, and getting stuck into those Marines from behind the ruins.
The Berserkers don't come back. Angron kind of does.
That's true, but you also then spend a whole turn doing that. And
that's right.
Yeah.
Which is
like you just
like
feed
using Angron as
a bullet
you
sponge,
need to.
essentially.
You've put like 400 points into Angron,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, you've got to be getting value out of them.
Yeah.
You spent 2 turns standing behind a ruin.
I mean, yeah. Although, look, is it a terrible thing if he uses him just to soak up firepower for a turn?
No.
If Lockie has to put 3 tanks into him, that's 3 tanks not
Then
killing 8
your Berserkers and your 8
things.
bound are running up the board,
Yeah.
right? And that's where this army strength is overwhelming.
Yeah.
Overwhelming melee, right?
The more I think about it, that's true, but then the more I think about it, Angron, his job may not have to be melee. His job may very well be...
It's the choice, right?
yeah.
Like, it's the, are you going to, because at the moment, the challenge for Luke is kind of feeding 1 unit at a time,
Yeah.
which is playing into what Lockie wants to do, which is shoot from behind, and then once all your stuff's, once I have more stuff on the board than you, I'll start moving out and taking primary and secondary, right?
Yep. But then Lockie's got way fewer things to do that with. So spending them this early is interesting.
He's got access to the whole board.
Yes.
Right? Like, I've
he's
heard
fast,
Dean talk
yeah.
about the way he likes to play his
Yeah.
World Eaters. And in a matchup like this, I'm sure that he would be saying, well, you go out and you pen them in,
Yeah.
right? So that they don't have access, and there's only a limited amount of stuff they can shoot.
And with where the objectives are, and the fact that Lockie's pushing forward and engaging with infantry, is kind of doing that for him. Because penning him in the board doesn't actually mean board location, it means objective location.
Yes.
So as much as Lockie's hoping to have a big swing turn with Azrael pushing out and killing those 8 bound, that hasn't happened. They've kind of gotten stuck, which just handed 10 points in primary to the World Eaters.
And area denial.
Yeah.
Because
Questionable things just to be what they can do at the top 2 objectives there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The committing as Azrael's unit early when it's your one melee threat is interesting.
Yeah. Are there still Berserkers in that bottom left Rhino? Because I think I see a guy on top. Because I expect they might try and go up there and deal with that Gladiator.
Yeah, he measured out the 12, the
Gotcha.
Overwatch range from the Redeemer,
Yep.
so that he can go up that right-hand side towards that Reaper and touch it up.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see whether Lockie chooses to Overwatch from the Executioner or not, because it's got a lot of small fire, so you might pick up 3 or 4.
Well, he hasn't.
Circus?
Right? Like we're there already.
Well, he's still doing his movement. So,
But the Overwatch happens when movement happens. So the only thing that I can see is that 8 bound running up towards there, which he hasn't overwatched. So unless it's waiting for the charge.
Correct. You're correct. Sorry. Yeah.
Especially in a game like this where movement is such a big factor. Takebacks are all right in some cases, but because movement and specifically Overwatch is such a big weapon at the moment.
Yeah, Luke,
doing it when it happens needs to be enforced. For this
Luke might have just decided to go up through the middle instead.
Yeah.
Leave something in that rhino. I don't know whether that rhino is empty or not now.
The bottom right rhino is empty. That's the berserkers you can see out on the field there, heading towards Azrael. The left rhino is still full. There's still stuff in there.
Right.
I think all he's done is move more OC onto that objective. So when the gladiator and is that another exalted 8-bound on there? We've got a couple of sweet conversions sitting on there. Oh, they're spawn, aren't they?
They're spawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're actually full health because the spawn would just heal up.
Just heal up, yeah. Yeah.
So they haven't marked that. He's still got wounds on it, so he might have just forgotten. But end of the phase. That's the thing with spawn that make them an interesting tech piece choice is that you can put them on an objective.
Much like Nurglings, yeah?
Nurglings don't heal.
No, they used to.
They maybe used to. But the Chaos Spawn, if you can't kill them in one phase, if you can't kill a model in one phase, they just heal up.
Yeah,
heal up to full.
So I think we're seeing some charges happen here. Let's have a listen in.
So, but then these idiots have to go over the wall.
Yeah, everyone will have to base. Yeah.
All right, hang on. What I could do is that I could put him here, block off his movement. So now he would have to go here, and then these guys can only base by going here.
Yep.
And then he can go wherever he wants. So he's going to go here. And then
Sure.
we're going to charge him into the gladiator.
Yep. I don't think you're going to be seen at the wall anyway because your 8-bound are blocking you.
Yeah. Like I'm going to. I think there's only. Unless.
Yeah, it is chosen battlefield.
I could. Can I push over the wall? Now these guys could consolidate this way, and then I can bring some of these guys over the wall when I wipe the unit, but not all of them. I don't think
One will still get stuck.
Yeah.
Oh well, it is what it is.
With the blocking and stuff like that, I would have wanted this. I would basically swap these two guys' positions because he's the icon. He could have blocked here, and he would have ended up going here instead. If that's all right.
Where was he though from at the start?
I'll leave it as is. That was my bad. I can't remember exactly where he was placed.
Yep.
Well, there, you're chill there. Are you within 6? No, that's okay.
Yeah, that long charge there was actually bad for the World Eaters because now he's going to be stuck out in the open, able to be shot by all the tanks and stuff.
The Reaper?
As Hugh's pointing out in chat, it's not looking great at this stage because he has yet to touch any of the big damage pieces that Dark Angels have. Sure, that spawn's tied up over there, but that doesn't really hamper the tank. And a single 8-bound is not going to deal with that Reaper.
And you need to be able to kill the tanks too, because they will shoot you back. Like it's not like 9th edition where they can't shoot.
Yeah, they can still shoot. They'll still be a big problem.
What am I doing with the jackals? Am I chilling them there? Or am I sending them into that? That makes 3 attacks in combat, right?
Yep.
And it's not killing my spawn, which means that the project is still mine. You're happy, you're in combat. All right, sweet. That's my charges. I'm obviously swinging with the Master of Executions one first.
Yep.
I'm going to spend a command point to get +1 to wound against character units.
Yep.
Because I don't like characters. Get out of here.
And you're not cleansing anything?
He wouldn't be eligible to shoot in combat.
He
advances are eligible.
So,
I was just about to say.
I could have cleansed with my regular 8-bound there. So I'll cleanse that objective in the middle because they're touching it.
Yep.
One's on the other side of the wall.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is he cleansing? Because that's what I haven't seen yet.
All right,
Yep.
Master of Execution.
Yeah, so middle objective, the 8-bound there, cleansing on that.
7 attacks in the charge. 2, 4, 7. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling because it's into a character
Rhino,
unit.
could the Rhino cleanse if they controlled that top left one as well?
Re-rolling.
It advanced up there, I believe. I don't think it has any assault.
Right. Wounds because
It's small.
I think that's what they just said, is that it advanced, so it wouldn't be eligible to shoot.
re-rolling. These are precision, so I'm going to be putting these to Azrael first. So start off with, so I've got 2 devs. So
Yep.
start with the saves first.
And then 4. So 2 force, he dies anyway.
He dies, yep.
And then another guy dies. So there's 1
Yep.
left.
That's 3 damage each.
3 damage. Yeah, it's still the same. They got 4 wounds,
yep.
so it doesn't really matter how.
All right, and then the rest of the squad.
Yeah, so it's not particularly difficult. They're cleaning up Azrael and his unit with that much fighting power there. Chad is mentioning Athril 9. They're mentioning that Angron chilling seems really strange, and I think you're absolutely right. Angron is the one piece of tech that the World Eaters have that's reusable. The rest of their stuff is limited. Once it's dead, it's dead. Angron can come back. So trying to protect Angron, but like spending all of this other manpower you've got is a choice. It could pay off, but it's definitely interesting.
I mean, what's Angron waiting for?
That's the question, right? Like, he's sitting down there with the rhinos when you can just play him aggressively. Because either Lockie puts 2 or 3 tanks into him and drops him, great, he comes back, or he doesn't and he goes up there and kills a tank a turn. And at the moment, he doesn't have enough turn to kill enough tanks.
But there's nothing that's going to come forward to Angron.
Yeah, nothing's coming out. Like,
nothing's coming out for him to get a charge onto or something like that, right?
The option he had was, I think, this turn to charge Azrael with them. Like, that was what came out. That was what was going
his
to.
out, right? To go, all right, well, I'm going to get 24 inches of movement because I'm going to come out 12 and then charge him.
Yeah.
The other trouble is that Angron now can't get up to... He's a little bit further away from the top where they're just going to touch the wall. There's more density of objectives.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Like, he kind of needed to have a leap turn to kind of get into the tanks.
Because the problem is the tanks are only going to come down onto the objectives once everything else has been cleared off.
Yep.
At that point, Angron, sure, he goes and kills one a turn, but they're already there. They're already in the objectives. The point of Angron, if you're dealing with the tanks with him, is to keep them where they are now.
Yes.
Angron needs to be up in front of that Land Raider, putting axes into it. Before the Land Raider comes down and sits in the middle there and goes, cool, even if you killed me, I've still kept you off an objective for a turn.
Yeah, so it's interesting that, like, you look at the success criteria of Azrael's unit coming out of the Land Raider, and you go, okay, well, on the surface, that unit coming out, you almost assume that it's doing that to get output. The net result here has been...
I think that was probably the intent, given the way that Lockie talked about it. I think, it's still a good move and it's still paying off here.
But the net result is that all the outbands are now out in the open.
Yeah.
And it's kind of baited extra,
and
trade up.
The thing where it would have worked in Luke's favour, I think, is as I mentioned a few times now, Angron coming out. But the fact that he has kept him back and has just launched all his berserkers and 8-bound out means that functionally next turn, like, Luke's got free shooting gallery to just pick up everything he needs to.
Yeah, because now that execution can swing around.
Yeah.
The Reaper and the Redeemer will pick up the ones that it can see on that side of the objectives.
Yeah. The Jackals are an interesting spot, as is that Chaos Spawn. Like, there's, until those Intercessors come down, which I assume he's going to bring down and charge the Chaos Spawn with, and knowing there are Berserkers and that Rhino is a problem.
I mean, it depends on what a secondary gets, right? True. But also, they didn't finish off the Infiltrators in the Librarian either.
Yeah, they're just chilling. They're on that other objective. Here we go.
Storm Hostile and Secure No Man's. Yep. So
both of those almost automatically achievable.
Just gotta go there.
Hostile is hold one that I held, so this one probably.
Nah, same OC. What's the OC on it? 3?
3.
Nah, so I've got to take that one. Which is fine. That's okay. The Tech Marine's going to heal the Reaper for 1 and give it plus.
My buff to the Blood God. 2, 4.
And then the Tech Marine will buff the Land Raider.
Cocked. A little bit annoying there. I don't have an icon on anything.
So yeah, so I think we got a small for cleanse and small area. Denial. We're not 100% sure, but we'll check it later.
We'll get that double checked shortly.
But secure. I mean, it's a 20-point turn for Lockie at this point. Like,
Yeah.
So I'll start.
He doesn't have to do much to get secure.
I'll fall back the
he's
Reaper.
got it already.
Still being able to see all the berserkers.
And sorry, he has to get big secure. He has to do something about the
Yeah,
spawn.
right. Okay.
If he pops the rhino,
Interesting note here, very quickly. Sorry, I just wanted to put this out. Having to roll a battle shock test to leave combat with 8 bound. So the Reaper just fell back and passed the test. But that, I'd forgotten that was a thing that World Eaters do. Again, that feels like something that could have been leveraged a lot harder.
well, that's the idea, right? You pen up,
Yeah.
you put all the units up, you tag everything,
Yeah.
and you go.
Like
You can only
the 8 bound,
move some stuff.
other than that single one, the rest of them are still in that bottom objective.
Yep.
Get out and charge.
Yeah.
He needs to deal with the spawn to get big secure,
Yes. Yeah.
and that also gives him
he,
storm.
it doesn't because he doesn't. They're equal OC with the Rhino and the Gladiator there, and the spawn is 0 OC.
Yes,
that's actually
the
contested.
spawn is 0.
Yeah.
He's going to go there.
Right.
So
okay.
he needs to take the objective that all the 8 bound are on, which for Storm secure he can definitely kill that spawn or just move the intercessors on board. But yeah, the rest will be a problem.
No, that's too shiny. Yeah, correct. We're
Yes,
just kind of
It's
what we're trying to allude to is using the correct tool pieces
yeah.
to maximize what little resources the World Eaters have. Right,
Yeah.
their stuff is really expensive, right?
For what it's worth, yeah, Angron can definitely fail to come back. You don't necessarily get them, but with the right build and all the extra bits and pieces you can take, you can make it very reliable.
Yep.
I don't think I've seen Angron die and not come back.
I've seen it, but it is, again, when you're talking about how you use the units cohesively,
It's Spawner OC1 apparently.
yeah, Spawner OC1,
Okay.
yeah. So
Huh.
the
The Rhinos 2, Spawns 1, Reapers 3.
yes,
So sorry, so it's equal OC but for a different reason.
yeah. So if the intercessors come down and kill it, or it gets shot,
Yeah.
yeah. If Angron comes out and takes all the fire, then all the other units engage.
Yeah.
Right? So just because Angron doesn't kill anything doesn't mean that he doesn't get value by going up the field. And that was the kind of
combi
point.
gun, both
Yeah.
hit, anti-infantry 4+.
let's see
One guy
what's
just
going on.
dies of the berserkers.
Yep. I just want to check, because these guys have a blood surge to potentially go into combat. I just wanted to see what I would have to roll to do that. To get within engagement, I would have to roll a
6.
5 to get within engagement with one guy. It's like five, he's like 5.5 inches away from me at the moment.
6. Actually, sorry,
So
before
range is 1, right? So if I get within
Yeah.
an inch, I'm fighting
sorry,
you, so I just need a 5.
before I forget, because
Oh, something that says yes.
I've gone a little bit too fast. Yep, keep going.
Okay. They have to move towards the closest, so if these guys end up being closer than him, they'll go that way instead.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it was meant to be 6, but that's fine, whatever.
You can push it back to 6.
Yeah, I was meant to be
Yeah,
6,
yeah,
that's why, because I
fine.
knew about your blood.
Yeah, all good.
So it should be 6, and that's more than 6, so.
6 more, so it'd have to be that way if I
Yeah.
want to do it. Do I want the blood surge? Not really.
Okay, yep.
So it was a dev, or 2 devs.
2 debs.
6 up to no pain. Pass 1 fail, 1, a guy doesn't die.
Cool. So the Gladiator Reaper, he's hitting on a 2
Can he still shoot? He fall back.
because of his aura.
He can hand out the fall
Yeah,
back.
yep.
Okay, yeah.
So he's going to shoot everything into here. I'm going to pop, because you're under starting strength now, Mercy is weakness. So 2.
I don't think losing a wound on a single model is below starting strength yet. Because I'm not a monster unit. If I was a monster unit and you brought me down,
I think it's if you just take a wound.
who's the rules judge guy? Is it Cunningham or someone else?
All right. While while they go and check that rules query, I want to give a shout out to Harry P for a super chat. Thank you very much, Harry. Saying great coverage and professional video and sound quality. Thanks very much, man. We work hard on it, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. Asking how are the NIDs faring on the tables today, and what sort of builds are the Hive Lords running? Well, unfortunately, the NIDs aren't faring very well because there aren't any in attendance today.
No NIDs today.
No Tyranids. We've got 3 Guard, 2 Space Marines,
some Necrons,
some Leagues of
Some World
Votan, some
Eaters.
Tau, some World Eaters. Some Custodies, some Grey Knights.
You tend to see the Vanguard. The Vanguard.
That's the big bugs, yeah?
Yeah. Vanguard with big bugs, Exocrines.
Yeah. The Swarm's sort of fallen out of favour.
Yeah.
It's a shame. I liked the 80 gargoyle list.
Yeah, I mean, I think you take the big bugs for the shooting, like a Swarm Lord, a Winged Prime, and some gargoyles for holding.
Yeah.
Rippers are still a great unit, like 25 points for one base that walks on and does like secondaries is awesome.
That and the Spore Mines doing actions and stuff is pretty wild.
Yep. But yeah, it's probably safe to say it's still trying to find a spot meta-wise.
Yeah, it feels like no matter what build you take, there's something else that just does that a little bit better.
Yep.
Yeah.
So...
But yeah, no, look, thank you, Harry. Appreciate it. Unfortunately, no NIDs at the event today. But yeah, that's I guess our take on probably why there's no NIDs at the event. Yeah.
One, so it's going to be 8. So the dead guy, another dead guy, another dead guy, another dead guy, another dead guy. So it's just the Master of Executions left.
And the Tempest. And your Oath. That's a bit better. So 6 lethal and sustained, and this will be on 4s.
Yep.
So 6, 7, 8, 12 at AP 1.
6, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. AP 1, I'm in cover. So 3s, damage.
1 each.
Is this one cocked, or is this one not?
If you can balance the dice on it, it should be fine. No, you won't be able to. Just re-roll.
Alright, 4 failed. Any other shooting after this?
Yep. Is he on 1?
Yeah, you're absolutely right there, Hugh. There's been some fantastic sportsmanship from both these players. Like they play each other regularly, so they do know that they know the level they're both playing on, and they sort of are confident enough they each know each other's armies well enough to play around rules like that. You saw it earlier to do with where positioning was near walls and things. You're absolutely right there with the Blood Surge move and making sure you're outside of it.
Yeah,
they know that when you're under pressure, it's easy to miss us little bits and pieces, but they're aware. They know the other player knows that's a thing, and is playing around it.
Yeah, it's probably, and I mean, it's probably a bit cheeky. You'd hope that it was declared, but I mean, it's one of those things where when you're kind of declaring intent and you're pre-measuring and doing that kind of stuff, is that like pre-measure with your opponent. If they're pre-measuring, you need to check too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Makes it. It's fine.
So he doesn't have fight first anymore?
Nope, he's not leading a unit.
All right, so continue shooting. The Reaper's going to shoot out and shoot those guys.
Yep, it's a -1, but otherwise okay.
So this will be 4s.
Yep.
6s are sustained too because you're infantry. And
Oh, there was 3 in there, sorry. Did you put
is there 3?
Yep.
And then this will be
Strength.
2s, because strength 6.
Yep. Easy 2s.
Twin linked. So 3, 6, 7 at your save and 1 dev wound.
Any AP?
Not on this one, no.
1 to 7, you said? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sixes. That's 2, and then this many 5-ups. You heal 3.
Cool. The Tempest Bolter, you're in rapid. And then looking for 3s. Detachment, reroll that. These are at AP1, so 6 at AP1.
Yep, they only have a 6-up save, so straight to their Fino Pain, 1 damage.
Yep.
5s. Plus 1, you kill 5.
And D3 on the grenade launcher for 1 shot. Oh, in the box. Hits.
5.
Wound on wounds. I've used detachment. Doesn't matter.
How many?
No, nothing.
None, okay.
The repulsor is gonna just shoot everything into the 8-bound.
Makes sense.
Shall we just pull in? No, you're gonna make me roll.
Roll first one.
The Gatling gun.
Yeah. All right. No, he's gone. I was just like, maybe you'll just kill him. Maybe you just like flop it. You won't.
The whole repulsor.
The whole repulsor. Maybe. You know. You never know.
You never know, I guess.
I can hope. I've seen stranger things happen.
It's true. Yeah, not
Close
bad.
so far. Close.
I am going to charge, so I need a 6 to get in a base there because you're on the wall with the assault intercessors, so I'll start with that.
Yep.
I'll see. I don't think I have a CP.
No, I think you spent them all.
Yep,
They're chilling there, are they?
that's fine. That probably isn't the absolute worst, to be honest.
No.
I think that'll pretty much just
They'll do you.
be my turn.
What have you?
So secure,
Secure. You have.
control 1,
Yep.
and
Storm. You didn't take an objective off of me.
no. I might just discard Storm for a command point,
Sure.
and then you're holding just 2.
2. Yeah.
So I'll go up to 2, start of my turn. And your secondaries, Lukey.
Secondaries are engage on all fronts and secure no man's lands. All right, I should be able to do that. Battle shocks. Battle shock on the jackals. They're scared. Battle shock on the master of executions.
Yep.
He's also scared. Or I think he might not be. He might have
So,
a 5. I have no idea.
Yeah, interesting scoring turn there from Lockie. Only hitting the 1 secure and not completing any storm. So instead of it being a 10-point primary turn, it was a 3-point primary turn. So, I mean, really, I think he probably could have pushed harder at that. He chose to shoot the Reaper into the Jackals, which, I mean, arguably, if he just killed the spawn, he controls the point. He kills a unit on the point, and so he storms and he secures double. So, yeah, I think that was probably a little bit of a underwhelming scoring turn. But we'll see if Luke can take advantage of that. I mean, he's got engage and secure no man's land. He can get engage pretty easily. I think he might already actually have it. And then secure no man's land as his own. He's already got 2. He can just hold
The
them.
Redeemer.
Or do I send Angron out now, maybe? guys, if I can start cleaning these guys up. These guys are the main Angron killers, right? They've got like their big guns.
Yeah.
You'd be able to see me down there, but that's only one. How far would I have to go? He's got 14-inch movement at the moment. He'd have to go 5 inches to clear the wall with his base.
Yep.
And then he's got 9 inches left. 15 inches if I auto advance 6. Nice. From the top.
So what, 5 will get him past?
5. Oh no, 6. 6 will get him
Yep.
to here, and that's the front of his base. And so then he's got, then he'll have 14 inches of movement left if I auto advance 6.
Yeah. What's the back of his base? The back of the base will have to clear.
Oh, he's just going like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. He's
and then going.
Yeah. So it'll be. Yeah, it'll be 6.
6 to clear it,
and then
he's
you
got
go on
14
15
inches
Yep.
to get there.
Sure.
And then what's that charge?
It'll be an 8.
I don't like an 8-inch charge.
It's Corn's number, isn't it?
I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like it because, you know, if I don't make it, I'll be out in the open. I could also make it a 7-inch charge by giving him +1
Yep.
on the charge roll, but I'd have to auto it. I want to hold that in my pocket for that.
Yep.
Alright. These guys will go there. You've got battle shock, so you're not holding anything right now. Alright. I have to roll a fucking 12. Alright. We'll do Angron. We'll think about Angron later.
Yep.
For now, these guys are spooked. They're going to go back home. They're going to go 10 inches.
Yep.
They didn't like being shot at like that. They were like, I can go and grab an objective. Now they don't want to. I don't have advancing charge either, so actually that won't make a difference. I won't be going there. All right. +2 to my move. That's what I've got. So.
Tough choices.
Yeah. The Feel No Pain's an interesting one this round. I think he's hoping to outlast the next round of shooting and still be around, which makes sense. With where that gladiator is, either the Rhino or the 8-bound are very threatened next turn.
Because if he moves out with the 8-bound, he gets overwatched with the Redeemer.
Yeah.
If he doesn't make the 8-inch charge against the Executioner, he gets shot at with Angron, like Angron gets shot at.
Yeah.
It didn't, Hugh's right, he didn't get the advance and charge, so that's why he elected not to do that.
Did Lockie forget he's got the intercessors on the top left there?
Potentially.
Because they haven't moved and they haven't charged. Well, I thought that would be a big thing, unless he's holding them off to wait for the Berserkers. He might be keeping them out of Berserker range.
So he's going to move because you moved with
I mean, I would have used them to get the objective and get Storm hostile and secure.
He couldn't have gotten Storm hostile on that one. Because his opponent needs to control it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess he has scrapped Storm hostile. So he did dump that. But this is a result of kind of what we're talking about not
but you're not going to get many in.
aggressive with Angron to start off with.
Yes, yeah.
Because now he doesn't have an option, right?
Unless you multi-charge.
Now he's got this issue where
He's got multiple bad options for what Angron can be doing.
yeah, Angron's got this triangle that he can exist in,
Yeah.
and he moves outside of that triangle, he's going to get shot.
Yeah. I think essentially what it comes down to is, I think the idea is, well, you go, I want to avoid Angron getting shot because you don't want to lose him. But at some point in this game, he was going to get shot. The question is whether you choose when, and you choose whether or not you're doing that to put pressure on your opponent to force them to do it, or whether you're doing this and essentially just letting the rest of the army get whittled down, and then Anglo get shot anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because now those 8-bound, a lot of those 8-bound go to charge. It'll be interesting to see what choice Luke makes.
Possibly though, are they intercessors tucked in the
Assault intercessors.
Yeah,
I believe they failed the charge.
I think so. Yeah. Were they in the Land Raider with the other unit? Yeah, nice. I like that. Nesting units inside transports. Like people will very quickly forget that there's extra stuff in there, or won't think about it properly.
Because the other option is that the executioners also hold 5 models transport. So you could put those assault intercessors in the 2 executioners if you want to.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's going to be a 12.
From there, it would be.
It'll be.
It'd be a big 11
Yeah, it'll
charge.
be 12. Yeah.
Because if I do the +1 to charge thing, how tall are these again? How like 9? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go up and over.
No.
I was like, maybe with this movement, no.
Well, if you want to gamble Angron on a 11, 12-inch charge.
Oh no, definitely not. There's still.
You're probably just better off leaving him there, mate.
Here, right? Are you able to get a line on Angron?
Well, if you probably put him behind here, I won't be able to see him because the tank's here. And then if I get there, you're behind the obscuring, so I won't be able to see you. So you're probably better off just scooting him back.
Like just going like slow.
Yeah, because I'm not going to, like, I could see him here, but, yeah, so if you put him there, I won't be able to see him. And then if I come here, 10 inches, I can't see him anyway because I'm through there. So
Okay, take that. These guys jump out 3, move 8. So it's a 8, 9, 10, 11 really.
Yep.
That gets them here.
Yep.
Go and get you.
Yeah, I agree with chat.
Sure.
It does
Do I want to do that or do I want to clean you up here?
look like he's kind of digging the hole a little bit.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I mean, he doesn't have a good choice with Angron.
If I get over here and unlock.
So,
It's a big squad though.
I mean, I would have almost moved him more into the middle.
Did he pick the side of the board that he was playing on? Did he get to pick that?
Same thing that way, so no,
I'm not sure. I didn't catch the start of that.
It might be something worth asking after the game.
Yeah.
Because it feels like it was a very quick pick if he did. He went, oh, objectives, I'll take that. And now he's sort of struggling to hold them and deal damage.
Yeah, that's right.
Whereas Rocky can now essentially have free reign of most of the
Probably
board.
have
He
to go
can
down
get
the middle
every
there.
line of sight that he needs and just move around and have no big deal.
Yeah. He's actually got that Lane Raider into a bit of a bad position.
I don't think he can fit through there. Yeah.
No, he can't. And he's stuck next to his assault intercessors too,
Yeah.
because the vehicle can't, move through that. So, like,
around there, so I think you'd be able to see me.
the trouble the thing that's making this hard now is the decisions he's made early on.
Yeah.
So,
But you got a guy hiding there and a guy there for that matter. You got
and now
guys
those
there
now the
waiting in the wings.
executioners
Go there,
have kind of free reign to control the board.
Yeah.
And they're not shooting anything, but they're also
They're preventing him from going anywhere. They're preventing
Yeah, that's
the
right.
world leaders from being able
I'd
to
be able to
walk out
come
in the
here and
open light
shoot
up
through there.
charges.
It depends if I get here or not. So I move out, jump out 11, charge. But if I roll a big charge, I have to base.
Yeah, so the Land Raider can move through them, but they can't go the other way.
yes.
And the other big thing to do that is the Land Raider has to spend a lot of movement just to shuffle into the middle there, because it has to get completely past them as well.
Yeah,
Which
rotate.
I think is the bigger issue there. Rotational movement still takes movement.
Yeah.
So for the Land Raider to,
It's got a big booty.
yeah, for it'll have to shunt functionally about 6 inches sideways, and then the full length of itself forwards to get past them again, which is what 7 or 8 inches.
Yep.
So he'd be advancing to do it.
Yep.
So the decision now is here we go. So the Berserkers in the top Rhino are coming out.
Yeah. They're coming back So I think he's decided he needs to come and take that objective back off them.
Yep.
If they're coming back across here, the Libby and the Infiltrator being left alive there has had a way bigger impact on the game than you think.
Yeah. So he's also, if he calls the WTC 2-inch engagement roll, he should be able to hit that.
Yeah, without being shot.
Yeah. With that unit without being shot. With at least a couple. He won't need very many berserkers to kill him.
No.
So he wants kind of like a small charge. So that he doesn't have to go around to base. Kind of wants just the first two to be able to nominate to be to each engagement.
Despite having all the movement in the world to get there, you probably move them so you're sitting about 7 or 8 inches away, because they get the +1 to charge if they need it, right?
Yeah.
So I think they probably sit about 8 inches away.
Yeah.
You don't do this, because now if he rolls more than a 3, he pops out and suddenly he's visible to the Redeemer.
Yeah, so he can't overwatch him from where he is because he's behind already.
Yeah. But see, the thing here is if he charges them from behind the wall and stays on that side of the ruins after the charge, he can't get shot next turn either.
That's right.
Whereas now, if he makes rolls bigger than like a 2, one of the guys has to pop through that wall, and so the entire unit gets hit.
I would have maybe positioned behind the perspex.
That's what I was suggesting before, that you might want to actually stay a little bit further away.
Yeah, try to cut the angle behind the perspex, so at least the tanks want to shoot you, they have to come around.
Yeah.
But you're still like a 6-inch, right?
Am I really exposing those guys for a fucking infiltrator squad?
Yeah.
Apparently I am.
Cool.
They're there. Angron's chilling. They've moved.
Yep.
They've moved.
The fun phase.
The fun phase.
Yep.
We will roll for the Exalted 8-bound charge first.
Yeah.
Behind the wall.
Yeah. You're gonna multi-charge.
Yes.
Sure.
That's a 9-inch, so I'm getting there. Alright, and then Master of Executions is going to charge. He's also going in. He's just charging the Lieutenant.
Yep. Yeah, I am going to overwatch the Gladiator Reaper into the 8-bound.
You can't. Oh no, because you started shooting. Yeah, you started in line inside of me. Yep, never mind. Ignore me. I'm wrong.
6s.
Yep. 2. 3.
Yeah, so sustained hits 2 each.
So he's out of play.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 go in.
Yep.
They're lethals. Looking for your T6.
Yep.
Twin linked.
Yep.
So 5 at your save, and then 2 dev wounds.
5 at my save. 5 3s. Fail 1. So 5 up, feel no pain. Fails it, the guy takes a wound.
And then the 2 dev wounds.
And then 2 dev wounds, yeah. 5 up. Plus my fail 1, a guy takes another wound. So as long as there's no one already wounded there, which... No, this is the one on the Master of Execution. So a guy's on a wound.
Then 4 more at AP 1.
4 more at AP 1.
You wouldn't get cover at the start because I could see your whole unit.
Yep. 4s. Cocked or not?
Yeah, we cocked.
Cocked, right. Alright, how much damage?
1 each.
1 each. 5 up. Fail both, so a guy dies and a guy is...
And then D3 for 2 shots of the grenade launcher. 1 lethal. 1 more at AP 1. Kyle, you want to read my Facebook feed? You can just see all the Warhammer pictures.
4s. Fails it. 5 up.
2 damage.
Oh, 2 damage.
Yes, Warhammer pictures is definitely what I saw.
Another one.
Cool.
All right, and now those guys into your infiltrator squad. They're in.
You.
Need to come around to your side, I think. You're right in the middle of the table. 8-inch charge. Can't make it into base. Quite make it into base. Can't move through you, so these guys all have to sort of fill in, I think, here, and then go through Khan, more or less.
Sure.
And then you are in combat.
Yeah, Hugh had an interesting comment. Given that he's played without Angron,
Yeah, for most of the game.
but it just shows how slow-paced the Ironstorm want to play the game too.
Yeah. Like this is how they want to play into a combat unit, a combat army, is just picking the fights, and just shooting stuff that presents itself over time. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, he Angron being in a position to do something is. And imagine if he was.
Oh yeah. If he was
It'd be a different game, right?
If he was forward killing tanks, or even just forcing them to deal with him. Yeah. It's 400 points that just hasn't participated in the game.
Yeah, Lucky's loving this position at the moment because he's just like, he's in the position where he's just reacting as things kind of funnel through his set up 2 kill zones.
Yeah.
And it's like as soon as anything pops into those kill zones, you know, he can deal with it. So it's definitely, the scores are going to be, I don't think the scores are going to be a big blowout.
No.
Because that is one of the downfalls, you know, talking to the players around the Victor and ZTC 2 teams, is that the Space Marine players feel like the scoring cap for the Space Marines is always low.
Yes, yeah.
Right? Especially for Ironstorm, like it's
Because
very,
they want to play the slow game.
yeah, it's very rare that you're getting more than, you know, a 14-6.
Yeah.
You know, you're probably only going to be winning by 10 to 20 points.
Yeah.
So, you know, it always gives their opponent an opportunity to come back to.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where we're seeing here is that even though Luke is playing with kind of 2/3 of his army or 3/4 of his army, Lockie's not running away with the game. He's running away with the positioning.
Yeah.
Right? And if he makes a incorrect move with one of the tanks and does allow Angron to leap forward for the last couple of turns, he could do some damage.
Yeah. Well, I mean, potentially that's what the go is here. Like, if this were a teams event, I could see Luke wanting to do it, playing exactly like this, just to keep the score down, using Angron in the last couple of turns when Lockie has to come out for the objectives.
Yep.
As, oh, cool, now you're coming out, I'm going to try and pop you off 2 of them at once.
Yep.
But I mean, it's not a team event and it's not super important. It just matters if you get that 1 point up or not.
And again, that's another argument for not necessarily like pushing you. Yeah, you only have to win by 1 point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, if you're fighting for podium and you're fighting for undefeateds, then points become a factor. But you got to get there first, right? And if the difference is between you losing or not, you know, so.
Being in combat with you. It's not blast, is it?
No, that's why I can shoot.
Yeah. So I'll basically be immune to blast weapons while I'm in there.
But there is no blast weapons.
There is no blast weapons. Ignoring cover anyway, so this guy's going to come up and shoot me. I may as well have cover on some of them if you don't wipe the unit.
Yep.
I may as well be sitting on the objective. So yeah,
Sure. Yep.
do it chill there.
No whackers.
You can't go through there anyway,
Yep.
so it's not like I'm blocking you in.
Yep.
All right. This combat over here.
Yeah. I'll just do the Land Raider
Oh yeah.
into the 8 pound. There. No. 2, 3 hits. Nothing.
No.
Strength 8.
Strength 8 of there. Jeez.
And then 3 hits. No hit. All right, go.
D6 plus 2, 5, 4s, and 5s.
Yep.
2 and minus 1. 2 damage each.
On this,
Yeah. 4
take
damage.
4. Down to 8.
Take that.
All right. That's your turn.
Yes. What do I have again? I don't even remember. That's right, I had engage. I should really be checking these more often because I keep on forgetting what I have.
So you didn't get gauge, and
I got secure because I hold 2.
yep, for 5.
Yeah. How much do I have in engage? I've got 1, 2,
Just small.
3. Yeah. Do I have 3? This guy's 3.
1. Yep.
Yeah.
No, because they're battle shocked, and Angron's
Angron's
not within.
Angron's not
So
within.
yeah, no, you won't get it.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, I don't get that one. I'll toss engage then.
Yep. How much OC you got on here? Definitely more. So I think I'm just holding 1 at the moment,
Yep.
and I get bring it down and defend stronghold.
Up to 3 because I didn't spend any command points that turn. Was it bring it down and defend stronghold?
Yep.
Alright.
So
You hold 1, bring it down and defend stronghold.
go up to 1. Tech Marine's going to heal the Reaper
Yep.
for 3. It goes back up to full.
Get secure.
Yeah, no, he did not get secure because apparently the lads down here are battle shocked, and then the berserkers up in the middle there took that one, but he still doesn't hold that top left one.
So we got small secure.
Yeah.
These guys.
Yeah, Oath and the berserkers. Oh no, 8 pound. Sorry. Yeah. The yeah, it's easy to forget, but there's no objective down in that bottom ruin where that rhino is.
Yeah.
It's not actually doing much there. There's nothing inside it. It's it. These secondaries are very good here. Defend stronghold, he basically gets naturally, and bring it down is kill Angron, I guess. Or kill the rhinos,
Kill the rhino.
which he should
rhinos.
be, I imagine, trying to do anyway. I think he's going to probably hit both rhinos and berserkers.
I mean, I might not have moved the executioner like
All
all the way down, just enough to see the rhino behind the lip, but
I don't think it's a super big deal at this point.
no, not really. I mean, if Angron does come around, then he's in the corner.
In the bottom corner, yeah. Yeah, we talked a bit about it in the charge phase, but those berserkers being out on that objective makes them like such easy targets for everything else to hit.
Then this Reaper. Make it here.
Yeah.
Shoot him. This guy is going to go. Okay, so the last. I think I got one more
thank
squad in
you.
here because I got the one from the Land
No,
Raider.
you're absolutely right. The engage was the thing you didn't quite get.
Yeah.
He's got 3 units and 3 quarters
so
though.
the last squad will come
The
out.
jackals are battle shocked.
Angron.
Angron's,
Within
I
3.
suspect, too close to the middle. In the centre line.
Yeah,
Move
okay.
6. Some toad on.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, okay.
he's absolutely right. I remember them getting that, and
And then this repulsor
thank
executioner
you.
is going to go
yeah,
here.
his home is sticky.
See your rhino. I'll stick the
There
gun
is,
out.
his
shoot
home is
there.
sticky for primary, yes, but the unity you can't. Hang on. if you're battle shocked, can you score? You can't contribute
You don't
to
count
engage.
for engage. Engage specifically mentions that units that aren't battle shocked.
I wish that they would just make that consistent on all secondary cards.
It'd be way better if that was just the thing of how it
All right,
worked.
I will start with.
Yeah. So
the
yeah, like
Tech
this
Marine.
turn is going to be big. He's going
Tech
to pick up
Marine's gonna
most of the
shoot,
army, I think.
the Master.
And I think it's just a small secure
Detachment
queue,
reroll.
right? Like it's not a big one.
5, so
No, it'll be both. It'll be 2.
3 at
It'll be both.
AP1.
Where's this?
This one here. So I heard them talking about them being battle shocked. So in my head I went, oh, it was
that's
secure.
right, middle. Yeah,
But
yeah,
they're not battle shocked. The ones on the middle objectives there.
What did you draw again, sorry?
Bring it down, defense stronghold.
Okay, yep.
So the big repulsor execution can shoot its Gatling gun, big gun into that, and I'll shoot everything into that. So the big gun. Oh shit! 1 hit, 2 hits. So on a 3, I'll detachment reroll that. 1 at AP4, so straight through. D6, 5 damage.
5 damage. I think they have 9 wounds, so I think he's down to 4.
All right. The Gatling gun.
Yeah, he's down to. It was 5 damage, right?
Yep.
Got 10 wounds, so he's down to 5.
Then this will be 5 6s a dev. 1 3-up save, 2 dev wounds.
1 3-up save. Makes it. 2
Then
devs.
2 devs.
6s. Pass 1, fail 1. He's down to 4.
Then the heavy welter
Sustained.
was sustained, looking for just T9.
T9.
So 5 twin links.
Tell you what, lads, I will go for a quick walk to see how some of the other games are going, because we would also love to see Ed on stream, but that's going to depend on how his game into Adam Camilleri goes.
We always love Ed, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see if he wins his game 2 and he's 2-0, maybe.
Yeah, I'll go see how the other tables are doing.
Fail 2. 6s. Fail 2. Down to 2.
The non-twin link stubber. And looking for 6s. One more.
3s. Makes it.
D3. 1 hit. Hits. Doesn't wound. Then the defensive array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2s. 6s. Nothing. I think that's everything from them.
Rhino's chilling.
Rhino's chilling. I will spend a CP to toss a grenade into this.
Yeah, get ready to roll 1.
It's dead.
So
For 2.
I feel no pain.
Oh yeah, true.
It's dead. Does it explode? No.
The Gladiator Reaper will shoot everything into your cultists out the back.
Oh no.
So this will be 4s. 6s are sustained 2. 2 go in. Looking for 2s, twin links.
How many?
So 4 at your saves and 3 dev wounds at the end.
4 5-ups, because let me cover this time.
Yep.
3, and then how many devs was it as well?
3.
3 devs, okay. 5s, they're gone.
Cool. So I will shoot everything from the Land Raider into these guys.
Makes sense.
I'll do the assault cannon, 2s or hits. Looking for 3s, twin linked. I'll just twin link it. Fuck it. So 3 at your save and 2 dev wounds.
3 at my save, 3 3s. Fail 1, and then how many devs was it?
2 dev wounds.
2 dev wounds, so 3 total, so 6s. Kill a guy and put a guy in a wound.
The multi-melter, both hit, both wound. Unless you take it in cover, it's straight through.
Take it in cover, 6s. Plus 1.
D6 plus 2, 7.
Dead, you killed the guy.
I'll do the hunter killer. Hits, wounds, AP3.
5s. Fails, damage.
5.
Dead.
All right, so I've had a bit of a walk around, a bit of a look-see. Games of note, Ed and Adam is very close. They're in a turn at the moment that looks very dicey, could swing either way. Scores are quite close. I think Ed is attempting here to sort of just get that last leg up on like turn 3, turn 4, I think. Go with stuff there.
Reese Cunningham is currently moral support for that game too.
Yeah. Other important games, the other two undefeated is Mark and I've blanked his name. Alex Drukari? Kyle Drukari. Drukari had a very strong ball position earlier, but a lot of their stuff is dead. Leagues of Votan still had a lot on the table, so I think Mark might be in a good spot.
Yeah, Mark's been on our top tables before with his Votan.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, Lawrence is looking very good into Nick. They were at 73 apiece when I walked over, with significantly more custodians still on the board than there were at the end of the game with Adam. So I think Lawrence can probably...
Ed and Lawrence swapped?
Yes, yeah, they did. They're playing each other's opponents from round 1. But yeah, so we'll see how they all go.
At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the squad. So, first one I paint?
Yep.
One's dead. Second field I paint. Second one's dead. Third field I paint. Third one is dead.
Yep.
Fourth field I paint. One guy's alive.
Yep.
He's dead.
So that's 6 dead?
4 dead.
4 dead? Oh yeah, you can.
Another one dead.
5 dead.
6 dead.
Yep.
You won't kill Khan. And our guy's on a wound.
So 6 are dead?
Yeah. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So 6 die, 1's on 1.
Yeah.
There we go. Most of that turkey.
No whackers.
Is that you ready then?
Yep.
I'm going to blood surge.
Sure.
What do I need actually?
A 4.
Alright, big 4s, let's see it. No. 2. I still have to do it.
Yep.
Who's the closest? Hello.
No whackers. The Gladiator Reaper will shoot Khan and friends.
Yep.
So 2s, your oath.
I'm just checking to see if you can see me. You could.
I'll re-roll that. So all hits, 6 go in.
Yeah. I know what I should have done different. When I had to realise if I had left him there, I should have been like, I'm going to pull all the ones but the ones with Khan at the back there, so the outside line of sight.
Would you have had to pull them out of coherency though?
No, because Khan was behind us.
Oh yeah,
so I would
okay.
have been able to do that. But,
So it's 3s re-rolling. I'm just going to mortal wound you. So that is 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 at your save, and then 3 dev wounds.
13 at my save.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13. 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then how many devs?
3 devs.
3 devs. 1, 2, 3. 6s. Pass 1. How many wounds does Khan have?
5, I think.
There's a 5. So he'll die.
They both all dead?
Yep. Because there were 6 wounds sitting in that
Yep,
spot.
no worries.
And you had more guns to shoot, right? Like there was
Yeah.
no real point
Yeah,
roll?
no.
Well, I wouldn't be able to roll anyway after seeing my fill no pains. You wouldn't be able to go over your own vehicle.
Yeah, no, I'm just more thinking. That's all right. So shot. That repulsor execution is going to shoot the rhino. Both hit.
3s.
Detachment reroll.
It's T9, so unless he's from K10.
Just 1. So D6 plus.
Oh yeah, because I'm not. You got full line of sight with me.
Yeah, detachment reroll that. So 9 damage,
He's on 1.
and then 4, 3s. And he's got 1 left.
Yep.
So I just need to roll a 6. Add dice.
6s.
Yep.
No, almost. Oh, I need to roll 6s for the other saves as well. It was 5 damage you dealt, right?
9.
It was 9 damage you dealt. Oh yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He is in fact, so he would have died with 1. He's on 2 at the moment.
He's on 2?
He would, yeah. So I took 2 less from last time, so I would have got 3. And I just took that damage.
All right.
Then. So he goes down to 2.
And then looking for 5s, twin linked. 1 at AP 1.
1 4 up. Makes it.
3s. Looking for 6s, twin linked. 2 3-ups.
Take both.
The non-twin linked one. 6s. Nothing. The defensive array. 3s. 6s. How many's he got left?
2.
1 at your save.
Makes it.
D3 on the grenade launcher for 1. Misses.
He lives.
That's annoying.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I don't have CP, do I?
Nope, all out.
That means it'll only be,
Alright, charges.
4 to bring it down.
You got these guys here.
Yep, I'll start with Tech Marine 1 going into there.
Yep.
Gets it. 6. Tech Marine 2.
Yes, you.
How many
it
CP you
does
got?
make
You got
it
none.
I've got 3.
And then
You got
all
3?
the
I
got
guns
3.
sound the
I've been
same.
tracking on my thing over here.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
heavy twin linked stubber of glory
What's the damage on tech
with
Chris?
rerolls and stuff.
6, 2, 2, and
dice,
3 damage.
just, yeah.
6, 2, 6, 2. Oh, and then with the mech arm. 3
Yeah,
damage,
yeah. And then this guy are going to charge here.
Yep.
7 will do me.
So killing that Zerk unit's now put Lucky in pretty commanding control of the rest of the board there now.
And then I'll roll 5 dice
Yep.
on that, and you will take 1 mortal wound.
4 up. I take no mortal
You
wounds.
take no mortal wounds.
Who are you fighting with first?
I will charge with the repulsor.
Yep. I'll do it.
Hey, his ramming speed. It's tank on tank action.
Got to call RACV, Carl, because it's car accidents.
I'll ask a question.
Cool.
I would say probably
I'll start
not.
with Tech Marine.
Yeah, I'm going to
We asked a similar question
minus
with
1 your damage.
Custodians.
Sure. Sure.
I'll see if I can find out.
Detachment reroll. No. Strength 6, so 4s. 1 at...
Reroll or no?
Sorry?
Because if you, it's hit or wound, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
1 at AP2.
1 at AP2, 1, 5 up. 1,000 damage,
2 damage.
1 damage.
Yep.
So 5 up. That makes it
Servo arm. Hits. Wounds.
5 up. 1,000.
3 damage.
Yeah, 3 damage. 5 up from the pain. You kill a guy. Damn.
Cool.
Oh, hang on. It's only 2, but I still failed. I failed them all. Doesn't really matter.
Are you going to 2 CP interrupt?
I don't have the command points. I spent 2 to minus 1.
Oh, yeah. The next Tech Marine.
Reroll? Or no?
No, you're not oath.
Oh, yeah, you started tech reroll, so you got the other attachment reroll right now?
Yeah, but I was going to do it to wound.
Okay. Yeah.
No, so 4 at AP2.
4 at AP2. 4 5s. Fail 3. 5 up. Pass 1, so on 1 wound.
And
Yeah, I
servo
think
arm.
it's because Codex is
Hits.
2 weeks
Wounds.
from pre-release rather than 1. So yeah,
3 damage.
sounds about right.
I need to pass all 3. Do I want a command point reroll this? How important is it? Not that important. Maybe I just roll 3 5s. Let's see it. I roll close. 2 5s. He's dead.
Cool.
The last stop when he gets back. Yeah, he's still doing the wandering around. There's still a few close
All
games.
these intercessors here are going to attack the spawn.
There's lots of waving of arms going on Adam and Ed's game, so that one still looks like it's very close.
These are the chainswords looking for tres. Jeez. The weighted Vic dice doing well, Carl. Fours, so
Don't tell anybody, it's a
fours.
secret.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at AP1.
5s into 4s. 1 into 4s. He takes 2. He's down to 2.
Down to 2. Power Fist, old detachment. Looking for 3s. 2 at AP2.
2 6s into 4s. +1 fail 1, 2 damage.
Yep.
4s. He takes 1. He's on 1.
Cool.
His turn, I guess, over there.
Yeah, I'll do
Oh, over there.
Yep.
Effects.
detachment, YOLO. Strength 8, so looking for 5s.
Yep. Nothing.
Nothing.
This guy. 4, 5, 6. 6.
Who's he going into?
Go into those guys.
Yep.
4s. Okay. We all
Nice.
hit.
Nice.
And then 3s.
Nice.
4 at -1. 2
two-
damage each.
yep.
Goes 2.
And I'll do the Reaper. All hit, strength 6. 4s to wound.
Yep. 4s.
Are
Yeah,
you
3's even.
Okay, I'll
Because
detachment
5.
reroll that.
Yeah.
So 3 at your save.
3 4s. About 2. Into 4s.
How many he's got? He's got 1
Got
left.
2 left. Off. He died. I was like, oh, I'll make one of them. He did not.
Okay, so bring it down. I get 4.
You killed 1 tank.
So I get 3.
Yep.
And defense stronghold, you're not really going to get it, so I'll just score it.
Yeah, I won't be able to stop it.
You still have engaged on all fronts.
Did I toss that last turn? I think I tossed it.
You toss it.
Yeah, I tossed it last turn.
No worries.
That's why I was on 3.
You're holding 2.
Yep, 1, 2.
And your missions?
My missions are, I don't have cards. Storm hostile objective and extend battle lines. What's battle lines do again?
And extend. Righto.
Control objective in your drop zone in no man's land. I can do that. Control objective in no man's land. All right.
So scores are still very close.
Yeah.
And that's a very good pool of secondaries for
That is.
the World Eater.
A bad draw next turn could sink Lockie even with the commanding position he's in at the moment.
He only just killed that spawn too. Like,
Yeah.
that spawn nearly clapped back with all those jump pack assault sensors.
Yeah.
And he couldn't kill the Rhino.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I can see it sitting down bottom
yeah,
corner
he's
there.
kind of not really, like, capitalizing.
Yeah. I mean, look, he's cleaned up the Berserkers and the 8-bound in the middle there by the looks of it. What are the 2 red things sitting? Oh, they're Tech Marines. Yep.
Yeah, they're the 2 Tech Marines.
Gotcha.
So the 2 Tech Marines. So and I think at the list I said blanker save. It's not blanker save. It's lethal hits, aura, and pass out, fall back and shoot.
Yeah, the fallback and shoot is incredible for this list, especially going into World Eaters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's what happened early on when he tagged the Reaper. The
He
Reaper
fell
just
back and
fell
shot
back
with-
and shot
with
him.
that, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. Like,
Storm Hostiles a question because he's only really got the 8-bound and Angron left to do it with.
because he can't get, even if he kills the Land Raider with Angron, he can't get to the Assault Intercessors.
I don't think he can get to the Land Raider either.
he's
I think
going
the
to
Tech Marines are in the way.
Yeah, he's going to go for the other one, and then he's going to get shot.
Yep. I mean, look, it had to happen at some point. I think
He doesn't
now's
have any
too-
units left.
Well, yeah. But the problem now is that Angron can come back, but he can only come back for the last turn. rather than being there for coming back a couple of times and getting all this value out of him.
Yeah, yeah. So bottom of 4-2. They still have a little bit of time left, but yeah, it's
still tight.
Can Lockie still pull crappy secondaries that he can't score?
That's
and
that's sort of where it's
start
at.
killing some stuff and just
Yeah.
hold on, because there's so if we do this quick maths, right? So Lockie gets up to 15 points next turn, right? So he goes to 35 primary.
Yeah.
And if he scores,
There's Angron going up the left there.
yeah, so he then gets, even if he gets 10 secondaries, he goes to 28 and 35, right? So 58, 68, 75. So 75 is roundabout what he can max score,
Yeah.
right? And then World Eaters, this turn, scores, say he gets 10, he goes to 21, right? So he
Yeah.
goes to 61. And then next turn, he goes second, so he can still be on 2,
Yeah.
and he can still be in front. Because if he gets secondaries, he can score. He only needs to score more than what Lockie scores next round,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
he's already in front.
Yeah.
These guys are 2 each.
One each.
That's a good point. This is the bottom of the turn, and Luke's still up.
What is Angron's OC?
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
5.
As grim as it looks, the pace of the game has meant that Ironstorm, as Hugh's pointing out in the chat there, the Ironstorm haven't scored enough to pull ahead because even though they've been killing stuff reliably, it hasn't been quite fast enough.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, there's 8 bound behind the L there. Hugh in the,
Tank.
I guess the
I'm going to
middle
put 3
right.
to these guys.
Yep.
6 into the tank, 3 into them.
Yep.
Pop a command point for +1 to wound on the tank.
Yep.
So, because I'm strength like 14
Yeah,
or
yep.
16, so it brings me to a 2 up. So hitting on 2s, re-rolling.
Yep.
Re-rolling.
This is into the tank.
Into the tank.
Yep.
Hitting on 2s. What's your save?
3.
That will go through because AP -4, so I don't need to command point reroll that. So 5, D6 plus 10, you don't have 10 wounds, I'll kill you.
I got 12, but
Oh, yeah.
No, don't explode.
Alright, and then the 3 into the little goobers. Rerolling.
The 8 bound not
No,
moving.
they're chilling there.
Yep.
I need to hold 2 objectives. Well, he's going to hold that one, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I just want to make life harder for you.
Yeah, no worries.
Do I wanna wipe that
2.
Squad. How important is that? Not very. I kill 2.
Cool.
It's -4.
No.
No saves allowed. Alright. At the end of my turn,
1 sec. I'm just gonna see. Okay, so that I can.
Can you capture? Because if so, I can, like...
I can.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. You can? Oh,
I can.
Awesome, thank you.
And I'll
If-
pull. Oh, thanks.
I might command point reroll that then if you can go. Because have you drawn capture?
No.
I'm going to command point reroll that. I don't want you doing this.
Sure. You only had one,
I
and
had
you
one-
did.
I had 1 miss. I had 1 failed wound.
Yeah,
So
but
I
you
equal
used 1 CP to +1 to wound. You only had 1 CP.
I had 2 command
Oh,
points.
you did? Okay,
2,
that's
yeah.
fine.
I'm down to 0 now.
Yep.
Gets him. Alright, -4.
So it's -4.
Yeah.
No worries.
D6 plus 2 damage. It's a dead guy.
Yep. That's it.
Alright, yeah, I score my 2. Extend and storm. Because you did hold this, and now you don't.
Yep. And extend for 5.
Yep.
I'm holding 2.
And your missions are...
Overwhelming force. And cleanse.
So both of those
I need to do blood.
are so achievable this turn.
Yep.
The gladiator in the bottom right should be able to cruise around and shoot up those 8 bound. And then the executioner and the land raider into Angron can certainly do some work.
Well, he's got 2 tech marines and those assault incessors, and he
Yeah,
just cleanses 2 objectives.
Yeah.
So I will send 1 tech marine here.
Yep.
And he'll just start
OC1.
cleanse.
Yeah.
I'll check what their OC is, I'm not too sure.
So yeah,
They're
that's...
OC1 each, so 3 on that point.
I'll oath Angron. Actually, no, we're going to bring it back.
He needs both of them on the objective to make sure that he out OC. He can kill 2
It's overwhelming. Destroyed 2
with the
enemies
8
on
pound
the
there.
object.
I'm going to send both tech marines this way.
Yep.
And then I'm actually going to just tow the land radar on there
Yep.
for OC5.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to put
It
these
takes 5
guys...
power away from hitting Angron though.
Yeah,
move 'em
I
here.
mean, you could also
put one there.
pull the assault incessors back,
So I'll grenade ya,
because Angron will have to stay there. He's only got
I'm gonna oath
2
ya.
units left.
Yep.
obviously.
So if he wants to hold an objective, he has to
These guys that can grenade.
Yeah.
hold it with
Yeah.
Angron.
It's the overwhelming force. He needs to kill something on an objective. Which is Angron or the 8 pound.
Towing into this, so
Yes.
completely obscuring.
Yeah.
Not really going to matter.
Because the executioner's in combat.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
That is a bit of a pickle then, isn't it?
Which means he'd have to fall back to move.
How much OC's on that?
Yeah.
So he's
So I will start with these
Yeah,
guys.
so he needs to drop
Throw a
Angron.
grenade.
Yep. Spend your...
Oh, actually,
You don't none now? Or...
I'm on to 2.
so there's a play where you
I
he's
was on 1 and then I went to 2.
if he still had those jump pack assault incessors, they engage on mortals on engagement range.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got the assault incessors. He'll kill take maybe 1 wound off Angron and with the grenade, so maybe 2 or 3.
He also can't cleanse if he's grenading.
Yeah, I'm going to cleanse with the Land Raider and cleanse with these guys.
Yeah.
So that'll get me 5.
If you cleanse, can you grenade?
No, they're not going to grenade.
Grenading? Okay.
Well, what you should do here is you should shoot the repulsor first, see what happens,
Overwhelming
and then
force.
try and
What's
decide
on
if you want to grenade or cleanse.
That would be Angron.
You don't need to declare it at the start.
All right, so
Just him. That's the only shooting.
yeah.
This is
That's
tight.
annoying that repulsor's
Yeah.
there. Okay,
Cleanse 2
the
objectives.
two big guns. You're oath.
Yep.
Hits, wounding on a 3.
Yep.
Detachment reroll. 2 at your 4 up inbond.
2. I'm going to do 1 at a time. This is your biggest damage gun, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Force. Makes it. Fails it. I'm going to command point. It's your biggest damage gun. Why not? Fails it. Right, roll your damage.
8.
2.
How many's you got left?
I'll check in a sec. Let's do my Feel No Pains first. 1, 2, 3. Feel No Pains pass. He takes 5. He goes down to... He goes down to 11.
11.
11. I'll put this next to him now.
11's
Then
big
the
number.
Gatling gun.
Yeah.
Well, especially as he's already used the
Your oath.
big gun. the big
T11.
laser
Yeah.
executioner.
I'm not infantry. No devs.
It doesn't matter, it's just dev wounds.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's on the other guys. That's the
Yeah, yeah.
infantry.
So 3 at your save
Yeah,
and
if you-
3 dev wounds.
I reckon if
4
he
at your
pulls
save and 3 dev wounds.
2 good. Yeah, I think you're onto
Can
something.
you grenade and cleanse Hugh? That's an interesting point. Because I suppose grenade's a stratagem, isn't it?
Grenade-
Does it require you to forfeit shooting?
No,
Oh, then yeah, you can, absolutely.
Your oath.
Yeah, that's a good point.
you
All
can
hit.
because
Looking for
all
sixes to
grenade.
release.
Oh, the stipulation on grenade strat is
One
as long
AP
as you're
one.
able to shoot. So
Yeah.
you can grenade and then shoot.
Obscuring, so 1 at AP.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Makes it.
Sweet. 3s. Oath. Looking for 6s. This
Yeah,
one's twin
that's
linked.
right. Imagine if this was Angron number 2.
Yeah.
1 at your 2 up.
Makes it.
And then what else? I have a non-twin link one. And looking for 6s. 1 more. D3.
1.
Hits. No, I haven't done. Hits. It's anti-fly, 2 plus.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So damage, AP, sorry.
1.
AP 1, so 2s. Makes it.
Then the defensive array. Your oath.
Sure am.
1 more, 2 up.
Makes it.
Oh, I just didn't get the guns there.
England still alive, doodah.
How many wounds is he on?
Marines are going to go in.
First one, easy.
A few, enough.
Grenades try to be real good.
You got no
No, he's
CP.
charging, so
He's not charging Engron.
no, but he's charging.
Yeah, no, he's missed it. He's gone past
Yeah,
it.
he's missed it.
Yeah. No, it's a good
Those
catch.
2
there.
tech marines aren't going to kill those 8-pound, are they?
No. I think he's just doing it to try and put some damage in.
I'll detachment reroll that one.
So he
So 3 at AP 2.
he's going to get cleanse,
Yeah, he's getting that regardless.
but he's not going to get overwhelming.
No.
First one, 6 up, because they don't defend it natively. And then the next one, 1's dead, and the next one takes 1 damage, so he's going to do it down to 2.
Then the servo arm hits, wounds.
This is the big swing. The servo arm does work.
So that's 1 down, 2 left. That was 1 tech marine.
Yeah, he hasn't saved the servo arm yet. No, he's good. Yeah.
Next tech marine. Detachment that. No. 4s. 2 more at your 5 up.
Fail both, 2 damage each. So first one, he's alive on a wound, and the last one is dead, so there's 1 left.
Yeah, I don't think he can't do it. He did work doing.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if I managed to try and pull it. So
How many's left?
there's 1 left. 4 wounds. We've got servo one, right?
Yep.
Can the servo arm do
Yep,
it?
1 more.
I don't think so.
Makes it.
Yeah.
I'll swing back. All right. 3s. And strength 9, so 2s, rerolling 1s.
Yep.
So 3 at -2. 3 damage apiece.
Take 1s on 1.
Yep, 3s. All right. So you don't score overwhelming because you didn't kill anything on objectives. And then my turn, I'll score 2. So
Yep.
1 and 2.
Yep.
And then I'll get deploy teleport homer and a tempting target. What's the tempting target?
I'll do that one.
Yeah. I think with me scoring 10 by holding 2, I pull ahead of points.
Because if I kill you either Overwatch or something, I might get 5. Yeah.
Basically, all I have to do is not do anything, right? If you
Yep.
kill him, you don't score points. If I don't move Angron and don't do anything with Angron, I
Yep.
win the game and I scored.
Yep. So, well, do you just want to do ongoing combat to see if I get overwhelming force then?
Yeah, because what will you need? You'll get 3, you'll go up to 66. Are we lined up with where we're at?
60, and then the overwhelming force.
65, you'll go up to 68. That won't make it.
Yeah. Because if we do the overwhelming force.
Yeah, sure. Roll. I presume you're going to. You swing first. With
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Are you going to swing with a wounded one first? I presume.
Yeah. I'll pop this there.
We'll have to check scores.
Yeah.
But even if he gets 5,
It doesn't pull him up close
I've
enough.
got him at 68, 71
Yeah.
Detachment on that one.
without scoring teleport or tempting.
Yeah.
3 at AP2.
2, 3 5s.
He's just rolling out the tech
I'll
marine
remember
into
reroll
the
that.
8
Why not?
pound.
Fail, and then 2 damage here.
Yep.
6s. Need 2 6s. I don't. He's dead.
Cool.
Alright, so he gets overwhelming force.
65,
for 5.
71.
Oh, he's on 1 wound actually. He hasn't taken
Okay.
any damage yet. So he's not dead yet. So servo arm.
Hits.
You haven't used your... Oh, you used it.
Yeah, I have.
Alright, he's going to swing into the unwounded, the one that hasn't fought.
Yep.
So 3s. Oofed. And 2s.
Producer Extreme Lawrence must be happy because he won, because he's just wandering around asking us questions midstream.
Yeah, he wanted back here instead of fiddling with stuff.
Well, very dark.
Oh, yeah. It's gotten very dark there.
Yep.
Oop. You guys can't see it, but I can see our commentary cam like jumping all over the place. We're good?
Okay.
Love your work. Cool. All right, that is game there.
I think we've got something wrong somewhere. He's 65-71. We got World Eaters correct.
You were thinking about it and thinking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah,
GG World Eaters. Wow.
that was very close.
Kind of not sure what to...
So that was interesting because we spent the whole game essentially looking at it going, well, the World Eaters aren't pulling out where they need to.
Yeah.
But Hugh made a really good point in the chat there that the Ironstorm detachment doesn't score well. It doesn't score fast. Especially in this mission where, with the pace of it, they just weren't able to pull up on that score.
Yeah, so I think the... Because what did they say? 65.
Tell you what,
Yeah.
I'll go and see if I can pull Luke over, see if he wants to come in and sit
Yeah,
down
go,
here and you can
go,
have a chat
go
with
see
him.
if... yeah. Hey, Luke. He's just having some food. We'll get him in a couple of minutes. Yeah, so it was 68. He did say 68, 71.
Yeah, so 68,
yeah, we got it
71.
right.
We got it right, chat. Yes. We did.
Maths.
Just Luke's having a bite to eat because he's pretty frazzled after the game, but we'll get him down here shortly. Kyle, have a chat with him after the game about how that went. Tell you what.
Talk about it digging yourself out of a hole.
Yeah. That's true, actually. So I immediately got to chat. Atherell points out that where the objective was placed, one of them was reachable from the inside of the crates and the other one wasn't.
Yeah.
Which was pretty big because it meant that the Land Raider couldn't just cruise down and sit in the middle.
I mean, the Land Raider can't hold both objectives anyway.
No, but it would be able to get to that one. It couldn't get to it at all.
Yeah. Yeah, true. So, it was a very good game. You know, I think it was those 2 turns where Lockie got 5 on primary.
Being able to just bunt him off primary a couple of turns was really good. And stopping that top left one with top left objective with the spawn and the Rhino just sitting there holding it was really good. Potentially Lockie could have committed the intercessors to at least get a 10 or at least hold his opponent
the
off
turn he didn't get Storm Hostile.
Yeah.
He could have gone harder for that, I think, to get that top objective.
Yeah.
It would have got him 5 for Secure No Man's Land and 5 for Storm Hostile, and then he would have been 10 on primary.
Yeah.
So that was a big swing turn.
The other thing as well, and this is something that I've only noticed in hindsight, but potentially Lockie could have been more on the ball with, seeing the damage that Tech Marines actually did into the 8-bound, the risk may have been to take the Land Raider up as we originally projected, even without the Gladiator shooting the 8-bound, and just charge Tech Marines in. Because they did work. Take the Land Raider up, shoot an Angron.
Yeah, they can kill like 1 or 2 8-bound.
Put one Tech Marine on cleansing and have the other one charge. Because you can obviously you can start cleanse without controlling the objective.
Yeah,
you just need to have it at the end. So, big news, because it'll impact the next stream. From Table 1, Edward Askey and Adam Camilleri have finished their game.
Drum roll.
The scores are 90 to 82. Whose way?
Oh, there was a lot of arm waving, and I'm looking at Ed right now.
Yep.
I think it went Ed's way.
It went Ed's way.
Oh, top table Ed.
Yeah, Ed's doing real well.
He gave me a little bit of eye contact,
Yeah.
but he didn't want to acknowledge it.
You can see. You can look. You can see
Yeah,
on the
if you're
screen.
looking at the
actually,
screen.
it's right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
This is him here.
He looks pretty happy.
He's just a little bit of a smile on the edges. He's having a
Yeah.
good time. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that went
So
well.
it could be World Eater's Tau on the top table.
You can see Lawrence on the other side of the camera, all the way over
Yeah.
there on the other side, packing up his models for him. But So no, it went 90 to 82 his way. We don't have results in yet because there is still 16 minutes left in the round from the Drakari and Leagues of Votan match.
Yep.
By the looks of it, Drakari players looking very tired. Mark, I can't actually see him from here. There's people in the way. I don't know. Mark's pretty intense too. That must be a close game over there. And Lawrence won against Nick Burrows earlier too.
Yeah, we'll see you round 3 at Hugh.
Yes, absolutely. So we will have Luke coming on for an interview very shortly before we go to a break. Then we'll have a short break before going over to round 3.
Lawrence, come and have a chat while. Do you want to come here? Well, I'll go.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Come here. Yeah, this side.
Yeah. Also, quick reminder, chat before you all bounce out before round 3. We do have, courtesy of Gaming Arena's grand opening and Adria Labs down in Geelong, you guys will get to vote on your favourite contestant being seen on stream all day, and we'll give them this lovely little Warmaster Chaos Dragon. It's actually a sick model. It's very hard to see on camera because it's in a little bag, but it's like a weird... No, it's from Adria Labs, part of the Gaming Arena thing. But you guys will get to vote or put a poll up all throughout round 3. You guys will get to vote on who of the 6 contestants you've seen on camera all day gets that one.
Oh, all right. Vote for me. No? Yes?
If you vote enough for Lawrence, he'll start playing Warmaster with Chaos. He'll paint it and play.
Master. I don't know that game.
Into the microphone. You know how this works.
I don't know that game, sir. So
It's epic, but for fantasy.
all right.
Yeah.
We'll find out. So how
But
are
yeah.
the other games going? Some scores submitted? Not yet.
So obviously Ed won his game.
Yep.
You won yours, and I believe
Ben is already...
Ben beat Terrence.
So
yeah, Ben
is
beat
also
Terrence.
2-0? Ben is also 1-1.
Yes, Ben's 1-1. Looking through here, thank you all for joining us for this game. We'll be back shortly with the interview with Luke as soon as it's finished up there.
Yep.
We've got Harry P down there saying, having played against Ed and Adam previously, both great guys with a lot of sportsmanship and both smashed your GSC list. They are wont to do that. But yeah, they are great guys. It's an absolute pleasure to spend so much time with Ed, and hanging out with Adam and doing all the prep for team stuff is great as well. But yeah, no, I hope you guys are all enjoying the game. Can we get drop key 1 there? You can see the tournament playing out.
Yep.
Only a couple games left going there. Looks like Luke is free here, so Lawrence, if you want to jump up, Luke
Yeah.
goes around that way. And that way there. Yep. Alrighty, we'll give you over to Carl, and he'll give you an interview with Luke. That's there when we can move the camera quickly.
All right, mics are on. Headphones on.
You can hear yourself. There's chat. You don't need to worry about it. It's just there. And you can talk into that. It should be right there.
Awesome, thanks.
That camera?
Yep,
Yep. Hey, feeling? Luke?
feeling good.
Yeah, nice.
game.
Congrats.
Thank you. Very, very solid game from Lockie. Very well played.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, look, it's Big Us. All right. Wow. We kind of sat there at the end of that game, was like, okay, that was a game.
I've heard down the grapevine that you were bad-mouthing my Angron sitting there for 3 turns.
I was. I think that definitely, when you look at Angron as a piece in World Eaters,
Yep,
World Eaters it's an expensive army.
Yes.
You don't have a lot of tools.
correct.
And it was interesting, the choice to be as conservative with Angron as you were. And, you know, I watched Dean play a lot,
Yep,
right? And he's quite an opposite. He's a very aggressive World Eaters
it's
player.
very aggro.
Right?
Yep.
And it was interesting to see that play. So talk us through. Obviously, you got first turn.
He got first turn.
Yeah, so you got second turn.
Yes.
All right. So talk us through that positioning on the bottom side.
Yes. So from how I'm aware World Eaters players usually play is they go hyper aggro, drop of a coin, go nuts. But especially on WTC boards like this, and with us being able to put down objectives where we want, every objective I put down, I made sure that there was a little bit of a lip that was just on the other side of terrain. So if I needed to, I could just walk up there and stage.
Who got side pick?
He got side pick and he picked the side that he was on.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yep.
So when my turn came around, it was just all about pushing up my guys so that if he couldn't feel safe moving on to his objectives, but because of all the obscuring and all of the window blockages, I can move up onto the objectives and he can't get me unless he walks towards me.
Yeah, we're talking about how Space Marines, especially the Iron Stormy lists, have a harder time scoring max points as well.
Yeah.
And especially the early play to chuck out the Azrael Company Heroes squad early. Yep. And Lockie did it. I'm sitting here and Lockie's was quite funny. He turned around and said, "I'm going to make this play." on when we could hear him, but you couldn't hear him.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, and it was quite funny when it bounced.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know he's made this play, but I'm not sure whether it's going to do what he really wanted it to do.
Yeah.
And it was quite interesting because it created this backwards and forwards.
Yes.
Where you he was in the 8-bound, you brought the berserkers up.
Yep.
And he had this cordon of the two lines.
Yes.
That it was very obvious that you were having a hard time navigating around.
Yes. Yeah.
But then the game started to turn, right? And we've got the scores, you can see the scores in front of us. Massive turn 3 swing.
Yep.
When he didn't get the secure and didn't get the storm hostile.
Correct. Yeah.
Or got small ones. Sorry.
Yes.
And then you got on the top of, the next turn.
Yeah. Bottom of turn 4.
Bottom of turn 4, you got a 20 turn, right?
Yes.
You got a 5, 5, and 10, and it's like, I'm going to use ahead.
Yep.
He's going to be ahead going into the last, going last, right?
Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah.
And that was what Angron was waiting for, was a turn I've got the aggressive secondaries. Time to go. Because there was never really a point for me running out to the side or running into the middle where everything could shoot him. So he was just sitting there waiting for when's the big swing turn. And
Spawn MVP?
Spawn were great. They held that objective the entire time. Yeah, Spawn MVP or the 6-man Exalted 8-bound MVP. They're taking on Azrael, charging the Assault Intercessors, tagging the Redeemer, and then absorbing all those shots.
Yep.
They were really good.
How do you think you're going to go last round?
I don't know who I'm up against yet, so very, very, very hard to say. Interested to see who it is.
Yeah. So I believe we're waiting to find out how Kyle's game's going with Yukari. He would be 2-0.
Yep.
Ed, the Tau player, is 2-0.
Yep.
So it'd be interesting to see whether it's Votan or Tau, and then how the BCP gods roll.
Yes.
But very interesting. So
it'd be great if it's Kyle, because Kyle and I come from the same local group, and so we've had a lot of games against each other. So if it's Kyle and I playing against each other for the top table, it would be very poetic.
Look, I like some Eldar, so watching don't mind watching a Dark Eldar play. The Sky Splinter Assault has done wonders
for them.
But it'd be good to see, and it was great to see the interaction between you and Lockie too, because obviously you've got that rapport. Which is good, and it was a really good game to watch. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
And hope you do well next round.
Me too.
So I'm not sure if anybody else is coming back, but if not, we might be back. Round 3 will be on pretty soon, and so we'll see you then. Thanks, everyone. Haha, tricked you. We're back.
It's with the wrong camera, apparently. There
We're
we go.
back.
All right, g'day everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Trying to get some more interviews with the players and so on. So round 3 will kick off at 4 p.m. So it's in about half an hour. We should be back slightly before that to talk about the matchup and lists and so on. And with any luck, we'll have an interview with one of the players to start and then one to finish. It's a format that seems to work fairly well.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Would love any feedback on that.
Thanks, sponsors.
Thank you to all of our sponsors, General Games, Dice Arcade, Miniature Scenery, Baron of Dice, and Proxy Wars. You guys are
And you
legends.
guys.
And thanks to all of you for watching and subscribing and doing all that good stuff. Hope you guys do that while you're there. We are covering this event. The next event we'll be live streaming is going to be the Australian Team Championships. That's in the start of May. And we will be doing a bunch of content in the lead up to that. We will be hosting the live stream for the pod draw, so determining which teams from which states and countries, because New Zealand's involved as well, are playing each other on day one. And then we will also be, as soon as when list submissions become public knowledge and become live, we'll also be hosting a stream here discussing those as well, talking about all the different lists and things we're looking to see, how our teams are looking for stuff, and so on and so forth. It'll be a bit more of a sit-down roundtable discussion with a few of us, but that'll be a lot of fun, something a bit different. I'm keen. And then, of course, we'll be bringing the entire event to you live all weekend as the official stream partners of ATC for 2024, with guest commentary coming from Beyond Games, as well as our dulcet tones appearing every now and again.
Smooth as butter, chat.
That's the stuff. Otherwise, we will be back at around or just before 4 o'clock with an interview with a player, and then getting into round 3 of the Team Australia second fundraiser events.
Fundraiser event number 2.
Number 2. Catch you guys then.
Bye.
This one.